Dice!
Exactly, dice! We play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for the excitement. Calminus,
No!
how dare you show your face in this part of the town again? After what you did last time you came through here? And you just have the gall, the nerve, the audacity. Thank you so much for the support. The support.
Thank you for your Eldritch Thank you for your Eldritch bribes.
I'm very close, yes.
Yeah.
You're so close.
I'm deep frying it.
Microphone.
Your Eldritch bribes. That's great.
That's really good, Raph.
Eldritch bribes. Thank you. No, thank you so much, Calvinus, for your support and continued support. We love having you around. So glad you're making the streams of this. Wait, what time is it for you? It's got to be like early. Anyway, so last we left off,
like 3:30.
We were down 3 recaps, and we're down 4.
I gotta get my dice. Bye.
Hey, so I have written out all of the script for for 10, 11, and 12. I still haven't rewatched 13, so I need to go rewatch 13 and write the regular recap for it. But the way that it's going to go is that 10 and 11 are going to be accounts that are not from Aurelian's point of view because he wasn't there. So we're going to be doing something slightly different with 10 and 11. 12 and 13 are not going to be from his journal, but we'll do a very special, very special.
I'm going to pull up your op.gg. How much League have you been playing?
Not that much.
Okay, so
hey, Vidi, I can't believe you haven't done session 14 already. How dare you?
On session 14. AJ, I would like for you to do the recap for session 14, please.
No, you were the one who gladly took this job over Raph. So, okay, one second. Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of red here, buddy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I have to go show more for the last 7 days. Jeez. Okay.
14.20 has been
23, 24,
14.20 has been rough. Okay.
Okay. So within the past 6 days, there's 25 games. A lot of red here, buddy.
Yeah.
Next time you go on your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game losing streak,
hold out. I did have a really, really good AD carry game, one of those though, so it cancels everything out.
I do see normals. Okay, nice. Okay, it still counts, I'm sure. So
hey, so how's your climb going, Des?
I'm on a 75% win rate on ASOL.
I'm at 20%.
Did that backfired?
Okay, enough shit talk.
Good shit.
Hey, look, I had
Jen, what happened last week?
Removed yesterday.
We played D&D last week.
Perfect. So, opening up just as we got into today's session, you just pulled up Carlin's. Look, Nate, you will get preferential treatment when you wear fox ears to the game.
Do what needs to be done, Nate.
Does Nate's have to be like bat ears because they can't have hair on them?
How many subs do you have to have on the channel to get Nate in a cat-made outfit?
Please don't.
Give us a number.
Literally just
Give
one.
us a number.
No.
Just throw out a ballpark number.
100.
100. We're on 74 right now. So if we hit 100 subs...
No, 100 additional.
100. So if we hit 170... Okay. Okay.
No. All right.
174 is the record for Nate Catmade.
They wouldn't be cat ears. They'd be rabbit ears.
You should put up a sub goal for that. I'm just saying.
Okay, one second.
What kind of what kind of animal would?
This is why I was so hesitant, Calminos, because you're in chat and I don't like it.
1 second. So 174 Nate confirmed Catmade. Perfect. Thank you so much.
I feel like Leo would be a little bit more of like a like a bear cub. So like the small round ears at the top.
No, it'd be rabbit ears because of Poppet.
Yeah.
That's Poppet.
No, your sister's Poppet.
Yeah, that's kind of weird though.
Yeah, Poppet's your sisters, okay?
Oh.
You can't claim
Yeah,
Poppet.
that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Your sister's pet rabbit? That's fuck.
Just make sure you keep using the word pet there, because if you have your sister's rabbit, that's a different thing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's not do that. Mm-hmm.
Why are you all the way you are?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you have us any other way?
No.
It's 5 o'clock in the bloody morning.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just. I want to set this goal just so people have it. 174.
I hate you.
Total subs. And
this is great.
I do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You put out a number. That was the true mistake.
Yeah. I was bullied into it.
Yeah.
You were bullied into it.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes, I was. You know how this goes.
Mate,
174. That's a doable number.
How's it going? You just came in time to for a great announcement with the Elder Scribe. Where if we hit 174 subs in the channel, then Nate
just
will
have
wear
it on screen of Nate's head.
I hate this.
You should have said a bigger camera.
Suez, that's so great. That's such a good idea. It's just right over the top there on the upper right.
We just have a little tracker, and it's just little fucking rabbits bouncing along the screen, waiting to fill up the bar.
Adorable.
That is very cute.
You just got bullied into having a sub goal for cat mate. I mean, who willingly puts a like a redeem for like a cat mate outfit? Everybody gets bullied into one of those.
But also, was it bullying?
I don't think
much
Nate
resistance.
saw the number we were on.
No. Yeah. Nate didn't appreciate the severity of the situation he was in.
I did not.
So, last we left off, the party was making their way to the largest inn on a road that connects three of the largest kingdoms in Corinthos. They picked up a straggler along the way who revealed themselves to be the owner of the Triroad Rest, the very inn they're going to. There's a bit of work for them to get to when they get there, and we're going to pick up just as we left off with the carriage rocking gently side to side as you make your way lazily along the road. You've got about the better part of the afternoon before you make it to the Triroad Rest, but if there's anything you wish to do on the journey there, please let me know.
I mean, yapping, but I feel like yapping can happen both there and once we get there. So I'm happy to pick up at either place.
I think if I remember correctly, all of us are in the carriage. John Marriott's, all of his stuff is on the top of the carriage.
Yes, Carlin's is with
Carlin's Marlowe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just John Marriott in my head. I'm sorry. It's
just Mr. Hilton himself.
John Marriott Hilton. And I think Aurelian was like squished against one side. John Marriott Hilton's big boy is in the middle, and then somebody's on the other side of the.
Rhea could be in fox form, giving everyone more room, but she's not.
Yeah.
I also like that I said this thing sits like 8 people, and you're still just trying to pretend that it's like cramped. Like.
No, here's the thing. You gotta socialize. You gotta interact with the John Marriott Hamiltons of the world. Hamiltons.
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, my brain is not 100% here, but I am here, so.
Have you explained the fact that you are heavily medicated right now?
I have not. No, I did have.
You should probably do that.
I've had 4 wisdom teeth removed yesterday. The procedure went very well. I am heavily medicated on painkillers though, so my brain is not 100% here, but I am here and well enough to play D&D. I'm not in pain, which is.
It's wild that I'm still just open to bullying you. It's just like, you're out of an operation. Nice.
No, that's
easy
totally
pickings.
Fine. Look, here's the thing. I asked the group, I'm like, hey, I'm actually feeling okay. How do we feel about me being on here? And everyone's like, yeah, if you're feeling okay, go for it. Des was actually very kind.
I'm
checked in on me like 2 hours before the session started.
It's okay, I had half a bottle of wine, so that's worn off now. So,
yeah. Proof that Des has a heart.
Hey Leo, what do you know about Flynn's? I've heard about Knolls and stuff, just I don't know much about a Flint.
We didn't get much in the way of Knoll artifacts back at the exchange, but give me a second. I'll pull out a small little notebook that's got most of my quick reference notes in it, which is the way that I would ask.
A nature check.
Nature check. All right.
Knolls aren't really in the world, right? They're more of a plains thing. They are? Oh, never mind.
They are.
Do I know? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask.
Can I do it too? Can I do it?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
13.
13. Knolls, in general, very generally speaking now, are not extremely magical. There's the rare few that can cast such a magic and spells, but they are an anomaly. So really it's not a school of kind of study you would have seen in much way of anything. Now, that being said, a flint, that's a special case. Other than the fact that you would kind of know that and most people amongst Quenthos know that gnolls and the like are generally speaking, the main marauding bandit force that would plague travelers and merchant caravans across the surface world anyway. Flyns themselves normally lead various large warbands known to get some form of power imbued by something in Zarkorvad. Some form of the abyss reaches out to them and helps imbue them. That's where they get their flail from usually. You wouldn't know anything of the creature that does that, but you know that they're like, if there is a gnoll with a bit of magic, it's a Flind, and that flail is a bastard. Don't get near it.
I got a 15.
You got a 15. Much in the same. You'd know that they go in packs. 9 times out of 10, they're unorganized, and you're going to be dealing with somewhere between the ballpark of like 10 to 15 of them at a time.
Okay.
But generally speaking, you don't want to deal with them because they're not beings to be reasoned with. They are very, in this setting anyway, very primordial, like forces, so to speak. They're not creatures of intellect.
Mm-hmm.
I would say something along the lines of Leo would speak about Zarkoved and their influence in the abyss, and then he's like, that's all I know. Rhea can fill in the rest.
Okay, I don't really know about the Zarkorvad stuff. I just know that the pokies, the flail is awful. Don't want to get near it. Also, there's usually a bunch of them, like 10, 15. Ugh.
Right.
They're very bitey.
Do they always travel in packs?
Usually. It's very rare not to find one without the others.
All right. Okay.
Would you say that they're notable enough to write about on our adventures if we do encounter them?
If we survive, yes.
Maybe a Flint, yeah. But just the gnolls themselves, probably not.
Gnolls are generally a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So it's about the same as somebody writing about squirrel.
I do not think that you can compare a gnoll to a squirrel.
No.
It is still a threat. I mean, you saw the ambush back there. It is.
I wouldn't have called them like a squirrel.
So perhaps a honey badger?
Perhaps a shy bit more drastic than that. Anyway, these gnolls, a Flint, you could probably write about a Flint. Flints kill a lot of people when they do come about.
If you just had gnolls, I would say probably you wouldn't want a chapter about it. But with a Flint, definitely, probably.
Then...
At least a big epic fight scene. At least, I guess here's to hoping.
I mean, proportionally, I suppose it really depends on what your level of threat that you're capable of dealing with is, isn't it?
That's
For some
true.
people, gnolls are a great big issue.
We fought a golem last week, and that was fine.
What type of golem?
A mechanical one.
That golem
But that
going
was.
to kill us.
No, it was in a controlled environment. Not exactly the same.
We also managed to take out an entire camp of bandits.
Not by ourselves.
With a lot of help.
You all are terrible at marketing and storytelling.
Why do you want to lie about things?
I'm not lying about things.
You're leaving out very important details that include, the actual scenario of what happened in order to mislead somebody. That's lying.
Oh,
well, let me ask our guest then. What kind of stories would you find to be more enjoyable retold at a tavern? Ones where there are grandiose adventures and of daring escapades? Or would you like to hear the very intricate technicalities of the fact
We're not
that we
in a
took
tavern.
over...
We're not telling stories in order to be just spread for enjoyment. We're talking to somebody who's interested in hiring us for a job.
I would like the technicalities. That sounds far more interesting.
I like stories about ships, really. Seafaring stuff.
I like birds.
But, that's not really on me. In the rest, we have a bard for that.
I've never really seen or been to the ocean before, but I have seen the big lake in the middle of the world. That's
It's
fun.
big enough.
Oh, Headspire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, ships do sail across it, so in an essence, It's not too.
There's a big
off.
Fane in it too.
I've never met, but I assume a Fane is impressive.
They're very big, especially that one. He's got a bunch of tentacles and he smacks people.
Fun.
Noted.
We've
What is
talked about these Fanes multiple times at this point. What exactly is a Fane to you?
To me?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it depends on the Fane what they are to me. To me as like an individual, but they're denizens of the woad. The whole thing, they protect the area and they keep it in balance and they do amazing things.
Powerful, yes.
Mm-hmm. They're like forces of nature, powerful.
From what I know, they're chosen, aren't they? By the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes people can be chosen too.
So they're not necessarily denizens, they're more like nature-powered deities. Not quite deities.
Custodians, I think.
Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. But they're of the woad, from the woad, for the woad.
Now that's a slogan.
I was just thinking like one of the woad
You should
entrances
talk to her
just
about
says,
marketing.
From the woad, for the woad.
That was rather compelling.
Woad mod. For the woad. By the woad.
Get your trees and sticks.
We are the woad.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah. You said we have like 2 more days? Or one? How long until we
No, we'll
get
be
there? I
here
really
by
want to.
nightfallish. Seeing as your horses don't rest.
Yeah.
That's
They
true.
don't act like normal horses either.
That makes sense. Magic is everywhere.
That's true.
No, we should be there by the end. At this pace. He kind of like pulls a curtain, look, staring out the window. Goes, yeah, well, we're not far off. We'll be there in no time.
Wonderful.
Right,
So, were we supposed to take care of the gnolls before or after we arrived at the Triroad's Rest?
Well, I'm not going to take care of the gnolls. You can do that after. I'm
I
sure
was
someone
going to
there
say,
knows
we
that
do
they-
have a
I was gonna
passenger.
say, let's get Carlin's back to safety first.
And have a proper night's rest would probably be
Exactly.
useful
You can
before
choose where
Very
you stay,
true.
which wing you want to rest in.
They do have really good food.
It's not the worst. I didn't get this figure by bad food.
Des, did you say that there was a wing that was Arcthalian in design?
There is Mantar, Thir, Arvora, and Randrum.
Okay. Damn.
I don't know anything about any of those places, so you guys can pick.
I only
Well,
really
either way,
know.
you get the suites on the 3rd floor. So,
Thank
there's
you.
that.
It's very generous of you. I look over at Leo to be like,
Well, if we're going to be staying for several days, perhaps maybe we could do one suite on each floor each night?
Oh,
That would
that's
be a lot of work.
incredibly,
No,
incredibly inconsiderate.
Do we get separate rooms or do we all have to be in together?
It's
Is it-
sweet.
Suites will
People.
have multiple rooms. I have rooms. Some of the suites have 5 rooms. Some of them have 3. It really depends if you want a room of your own for private. It's up to
It's like
you.
It's like an
Well,
apartment.
I'm just saying it would be very excellent advertisement if we were allowed to see all 3 wings.
Ren,
On the
you're kind
Triroad
of greedy.
That is asking for a lot.
And it's an
We can-
inconvenience.
You could always ask to see them without having to stay in each one.
I mean, it's not a trouble, really. So it's okay.
I'll have to
I
get all my.
appreciate it. I think we're okay.
I'd have to get
Well,
all my.
you can have look at the
things
architecture
set
when
up
we
and-
get there, and you can pick after you see them.
Sounds
Hello.
good.
Very generous of you.
See, looks at them and goes, "Oh, well, we'll see it now in a second. It's just coming. Should come into sight now in any second. Just past this hill." As
Just
you-
can we say
We
that
all just
as
press
this,
against
is
the curtains.
as this has been happening, I've been doing my conjuration homework.
you want to do homework in front of this guy?
Yeah, I'm in a.
Okay, just
Thing,
let me mark
it's
that down.
Leo has like no shame.
I know. I'm just marking down for continuity.
He's such a little nerd.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I know.
Spells to learn, man. Where's my
Oh,
homework?
you have to
page?
stop reading in the carriage. It's so bad for your eyes.
But
Des, weird question.
Yeah.
having a look at the homework, is any of it like vaguely familiar to me?
He's gonna peep your homework.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like, should I make an Arcana check or something?
Yeah, make an Arcana check. And you're going to do me. I have a vague idea of what you're talking about, but I just want to confirm.
Yeah.
Just make sure you change it.
No, AJ.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nat 20. I want to see if it's recognized around. Which one was it?
What's a nat 20
I'm doing
for
my
what's
conjuration
total?
homework from Kelstrom, by the way.
Yes, that's why I'm
Just-
specifically asking, because conjuration is. Sorry, just getting
my
my
jam.
backstory. Yeah, it's my siblings' jam as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tokmar was studying conjuration.
Yeah, it's not the same place that they studied, but it's very similar sort of work.
Okay. Oh yeah, awesome.
So, as you all crest this hill, you see the Triroad Rest coming into view.
That was a 25 for my Arcana check for the first
Mark a
pass
point of progress
Fortress
on.
Tower.
Nice.
So, you see the inn, 3 major wings, 3 floors in each, a large kind of marble pathway leading up with stalls on either side and small tents already being set up around it. You see to the west, a wing that seems to be deep stone walls, black onyx sculptures that pay homage to the great worms of Arvora, particularly the onyx dragon. The walls are carved with draconic runes. Some have a faint soft glow. There's braziers that line the walls, and inside you see the halls with blue and purple flame. The architecture in it is sharp, angular, high ceilings and stone archways. Very reminiscent for you, Leo.
Yeah.
You see the door
Sorry,
handles
being at
themselves are shaped like claws of the great worm. To the east, Randrim, a testament to a kingdom of martial history and heroes. The architecture is rich stone and wood, adorned with banners and tapestries, dating to great war battles during the 300-year war. Suits of armor built in the stylization of the Rindle family. The lance present, or a replica of it anyway. The North Wing, newer, arcane and elegant. It seems to be in development or change of design to Mantarathier proper. There seems to be arcane symbols. There's some sort of ambient hum of magic, basic enchantments for the appearance anyway. The architecture of the Northern Wing is smooth stone corridors, floating and glowing lanterns that hover and change color according to the time of day. Enchanted windows that bring in views of strange and otherworldly landscapes, perhaps either of other realms of existence or just illusioned to look that way. Each wing having its own unique stylization. Well, let me change the music track so we have the Triroad's music instead of Enzerdan's music.
Ooh.
Music change.
As it is magnificent. You see each wing its own little testament to the design, and you think the amount of money that must have been pumped into this place. And you see at the heart of it all, a central courtyard, wide and open. Travelers from all 3 areas. A bustling area filled with stalls, some performers, a large fountain that seems to glow faintly under the moonlight that's coming through the clouds at this time of night. The courtyard itself, a neutral ground for travelers and any diplomatic missions that need to be done. A small little entryway into a beautiful common area. It's fantastic. Some of you, it's your first time being here. Not all of you. As the carriage comes to stop, a couple people come running in innately. There's this kind of, the best lovable way is call him Scrappy, little goblin. kind of scrambles up to the carriage and goes, pushes a couple strands of hair back. It's very like thinning on the top. It's a pale attempt to try and hide a balding effort. Muddy green skin with big glowing yellow eyes in the night. He goes, "Oh, thank God you're back. Carlin's. Oh, your wife is worried." And he goes, "Tom, and don't worry. Everybody, this is Tom and Ren. He handles all the stable work here. He'll guide your horses. Do your horses need food and stabling, or you just... We'll mind your carriage. We'll get that safely squirreled away.
Thank you.
Everybody, Tom and Ren, everybody. These people pick me up on the road."
Hello.
Hi, Tom and Ren.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
We found him in the bush. We don't think we want to keep him.
Well, unusual place. I'll get some people from inside to get the boxes. Oh, we're short a few, but that's okay. Your wife is worried. You should probably get in and see her. I'd say, Rhea, you've met some goblins. Tommen is not a traditional goblin name.
Yeah. It's nice to get to see some goblins around, though.
Second.
How? What is the? Again, as somebody who's like still relatively new to the world of Quintus, like goblin perception. We've met goblins before.
Goblins are very different in Quintus.
Better. Is my microphone better?
You know.
Yep.
They did it again.
It's clipping at the top.
It's clipping at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go with like a pop, like it just like.
Yeah, but tell me if I'm wrong, but goblins in Quintus are a lot different than like the normal I'm gonna. They like put a lot of like together or whatever. Yeah.
Shamanism.
They're wood creep.
They're wood folk.
Yeah,
they're
They
road folk. Okay.
Traditionally shamans, specifically in the goblin hierarchy, bugbears are seen as like the kind of a lot of the rangers. The hobgoblins are seen as kind of like the martial equivalents. The warriors, the soldiers, and the hobgoblins, the just regular goblins are like spiritual leaders and shamans of the area.
And the gnolls are below that.
Gnolls are unrelated.
Goblins.
They're not wood folk.
Okay, but they can be found in the wood. They're just not wood folk.
My cat is awesome.
They're like gnolls in the wood is like pests infesting the wood.
Okay, so they're an invasive species.
Yeah,
gnolls
In
going
of those
pests
are the
traditionally
stereotypical perception of goblins in terms of like marauding bands and stuff.
They're just gnolls. Like gnolls are the
this is what I'm
stereotypical
saying.
gnolls.
This is why I'm saying that
pretty
gnolls
much.
are like squirrels. You know, it's like you find them everywhere, and
Yeah,
sometimes they're not
sure.
native to it, but it's like, oh,
But
you
also
know, they're just...
squirrels are like a really good like part of the environment. Like they help plant trees and stuff, whereas gnolls not so
Gnolls
much.
don't help
Yeah,
anything.
they also like tear up your garbage cans because they're terrible like that.
Yeah, but replace garbage can with people, and that's kind of gnolls. Right.
I see. Okay, so humans are the garbage cans. Understand?
Yep.
Some people are
When are
like
humans
garbage
not
cans.
the garbage cans?
Yeah,
That's also a very good point.
This track is a banger, by the way, Des.
It's
Hot
very
damn.
nice. It's got good vibes.
And was it Todman? The
Tommen.
spelling of
Tommen.
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 Tommen Ren. Tommin WREN.
Tallman without the all. Not
Mhm.
Tallman.
Okay.
Tallman.
Shortman.
Can you just
Shortman.
leave the horses out while I bring them? It'll be hard to move a wagon without horses. Do they bite?
Of course, I never dismiss the horses. The
No,
horses.
they're very well trained and
Yes.
not animalistic
they're
at
fine.
all.
Something more than we can say for some of our patrons.
Yeah, that's fair.
Had an exciting time
Yeah.
recently.
yeah.
Look, we always have an exciting time. There's always people
Yeah.
coming through.
It's a good way to be.
Okay. Come on.
Right.
Oh, you're big. And Tommen, for reference, is about 3'9".
Mhm.
And these are like Clydesdales.
Yeah, these are some
Ellie's
big
almost-
ones. As he-
I lean over. I'm like, Emmeline, it might be better if you direct them the way that you did before.
Well, they will obey him. I have told them to follow.
Well, don't they
Okay.
go back
Nice,
into your
nice.
little thingy?
When I want them to, if I want
Right, so
them
shouldn't
to.
you
but-
go with them and then get the carriage in place and then just
I mean, I can just leave them there. It is.
Yeah.
They have room for horses and a carriage. May as well leave the
Oh,
horses there.
absolutely. I have more than enough.
Do you think it's nicer in the little like container, or do you think it's the they prefer being
It's
out
like a
and
big
about.
barn. It's
I
not a
mean, they
little-
could
I
be
don't.
pets.
I don't really know.
Maybe we should ask them.
Can they speak?
I'm so confused.
We were given
Fair
magic
enough, that's
horses. And then
Yeah,
they
it
live in the
happens a
ring
lot.
and they can
I'm sorry,
summon
they
them
really
out.
didn't come with an instruction manual or like a maintenance guide
You know
of any
what? I've
kind.
never seen a horse that did.
To be fair, it doesn't really need to come with instructions. I can summon them, and then they do what we want, and then dismiss them. It is simple.
As you do this, kind of, you feel the entire wagon lurch as Carlins gets there. You go, all right, lads, enough horsing around. Let's get in outside out of the cold.
I see what you
yes.
did there.
See, kind of.
Mhm.
Oh, who should we talk to about our rooms?
He's in charge. We're following him.
Yeah, like
This man right here.
Well, I thought he was going to go off to talk to his wife.
Well, he told us to
My
follow
wife
him.
would generally be inside the tavern.
Well, I don't want to
Be
impose on
patient.
him and get in the way of him reuniting with his kin.
be patient. Don't
did
make
tell us to come.
assumptions.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
We'll get there.
All right, on. So as you guys inside, you see the main thoroughfare. A couple people kind of strewn around. It's getting a little later by the time you guys get here, so innately speaking, it's a little bit quieter. It's a little bit more reserved. You see, very much so, kind of tall. Ali, you would kind of recognize Goliath. Some runic tattoos, bald, 7'2", very stocky, a lot of muscle, but a lot of body weight. Full stop.
Yep.
As Carlin's kind of waves over, he goes, "Borin, come over here." Right, this is Borin. He manages the rest when I'm out. Lovely gentleman. He'll help you get any room situated that you would need. Any concerns? Can't find me. Borin's your best man to go for. As he looks at you and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you all. What sort of rooms can we
Nice
interest
to meet you, Borin.
And he goes, Carlin's right. Anything on the third floor is theirs. Anything they want. Anyway, where's that little dipper come? As you see Carlin's walks up and a girl maybe like 7, 8 kind of rushes up to him, screaming for him, and he just picks her up into his arms and continues walking off.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so what's your preference? What do you like?
Well,
I don't know the
what-
difference between them architecturally or anything, so I'm just gonna go with what other people say.
I will take a room for myself in the random style.
Oh, we're not
Only
staying in a
take
suite
this-
together.
Yeah, that's
I'll have
Yeah,
a suite to myself. That is what he said.
Oh, and
you can
you
have
said
whatever
that
you want.
I was being...
I think
Oh,
it was intended that we all stay together. Yeah.
He did say that we
I
can
mean,
have
that's
rooms
not
of
a
3,
suite,
rooms of
is
1.
the-
He did offer us that we can have whatever we want for that.
Which,
Was that not-
which wing has a suite with 5 rooms?
I think it was a suite
sorry.
to you, not as
Collins?
individuals, as a
Kind of calls
group.
over. And
To be fair.
called his daughter. Yeah. What sort of rooms can they have? Literally anything they want.
Oh, okay. Oh, you okay? Sorry.
And then he goes, anything else? He goes, it's all right.
You, can I
And-
stay with you?
Yeah, of course. We'll take a suite of one of the 5-bedroom suites, and Emily can stay wherever if she wants spare space. No problem.
All right,
I think
so
that should be
what styling
most
would you like
economical.
your room in? Would you like Arvorin? Would you like Mantarathir? Would you like Randrum styling?
Well, I gravitate towards Avora myself, but
Are you from there?
well, yes.
Well, that's good to know. I like to know where all of our guests are from. If you could not tell by the twang or the innate Goliathness, I am from Bellerin.
It's quite obvious. But I must say that the modern renovations for the Mantarathea suites quite appealing.
Thank you. It's I cannot take any of the credit for it at all. We have a very excellent mage with us right now, a one master Hargrave. Excellent wizard. He's doing a bit of he's not from Mantarthir, but he's I don't know the common word for it. Any of you speak
Of
Goliath?
Mantarthir? Yeah, I do.
Oh, he swaps to Goliath. And he goes, he's quite the excellent architect and curiositor of architecture and any form of curios. So he knows a lot of the functioning infrastructure that Mantara Thea would have, even though he is not native to there. Infrastructure. How do I say that in common?
Oh, infrastructure.
Oh,
I'll switch to common.
Goliath has a lot of really round sounds in it. That makes sense for the accent.
I feel like there was confusion in the conversation between architect and the Bellerin version of architect.
So, Mantara Thea is coming along very well. If you'd like to speak to them, they will be found in the Northern Wing if you're interested in anything like that or any magical stuff in general. Master Hargraves, they stay up till about 2 in the morning. They're not a big sleeper. They're one of those
Night
turns to
owls?
Goliath to Ali. What is the common word for humming cloak?
Humming cloak. It's humming cloak.
Turns into comics. He's a member of the humming cloaks.
I love it. This is so dumb.
What's a humming cloak?
It's like a big
I
guild
don't
of
know.
mages.
Oh, okay.
They study rocks or something.
Teachers. They used to be a big deal.
Damn.
So,
Out of character, damn.
would
They
like
used to be worth
any
something.
food to be brought up to your room? So, okay, I was going to
we've
show
been on
you
the
staying in the
road.
same room together.
We'll take the sweets. Yeah, that should do us.
Are the 4 of us good together? I point to the rest of our group.
I would say
Or
so.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
I mean,
why
I st-
Emmeline requires a suite all to themselves.
We
But
can deal with that later. Do you have a preference on
this
architecture type? Go.
No.
Yes, no.
I
Mantara
stayed in Randrum last
Mantara Thea.
time, but
We'll take the
There we
Mantara
go.
Thea one.
it's the
Mantara
newest
Thea,
of.
perfect.
It's the newest after all.
Mantara Thea quarters, and we've got the random quarters. Not a bother at all. Let me just get my key ring. You see, he goes over, and he's got like this big. Oh, he does. All right.
Thank you very much, Born.
All right, over stairs to the north. It'd probably be easiest to go to the Mantara Thea room first.
thank you.
See, starts swinging the keychain, just whistling down as he walks. And this guy he's just big. He's just like wide walking throughout the halls.
About like how many people would you say are like kind of like in the actual area? Also, thank you
Hey,
for
Fisher, thank
one
you
more
for the
sub.
gifted sub.
Ooh,
I would
thank
say there's about, in the main, there are, let me pull up my notes, I have an exact.
Just people like milling about, right? That's what you're
In
looking
the main
for.
courtyard, kind of in areas you go in straight away, there is 3 individuals currently down here. Hey, Stargirl RPG, rating with a party of 4.
Hey!
Hey yo!
Hey!
How's
Come
it
in,
going?
guys.
RPG, I assume. Going?
A game of roles.
Yeah. Tell us all about it. Welcome on in. Great time to join us. If you have any questions, shoot them in the chat. But yeah, about
We just got to a big tavern.
main
we got
area
to like
right now.
this is like
there's-
I'm trying to figure out if this is like a motel, like a really big motel, or if it's like a Hilton Marriott. Like
Yeah,
This is
what's
a Hilton
hotel?
Marriott.
This is a
Marriott's
Hilton
fine.
Marriott.
Sounds like
As
it,
you
right?
go directly into the northern area, though, it has its own common area on the bottom floor. As it opens up, and there is already straight another about 8 people. Couple are
How are they dressed?
very well. Some of them are more like furs and cloaks. Some of them are a bit more, kind of modest. Some of them are a bit more like rowdy. There's a older man kind of sitting there, cup of tea, cloak. As you walk through, though, Ali, you feel yourself get shoved from behind.
I'll turn back.
You see a starless, buzzed head, very much so, like 7'1", eyes complete blacked out.
Oh no.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm sorry, that's rather rude, don't you think? And I'm gonna get in between.
Oh, he
I'm
hits
guessing
you.
this is friendly.
He hits me.
He hits you.
I'm sorry, Aurelia
This
is
is
absolutely the
25
person
to
who's
hit.
like he's
Roll
gonna
me a con save.
step up and then just like immediately get knocked out on the first hit. That's such
Yeah.
Aurelian.
This
Give me
is
a con
friendly,
save.
yeah, Des.
Con save, please. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Fuck.
24.
24. You're not stunned. If I want to
Sorry,
speak to you,
kids
I'll
are-
speak to you.
Hits Aurelian.
Okay,
I'm
it's-
gonna get up. I'm
Easy.
gonna just like bring my head back and just like do that again. I dare
Easy,
you.
friends. Easy.
Friendly, yeah.
Let us not do anything here.
I don't recall speaking
Ali?
to any of you. Ali, what the fuck are
Allie,
you
who's
doing
your
here?
friend?
Traveling. I'm on a job. Fuck are you doing here?
Minding my own business, staying as far away as I can from you.
Doesn't seem like it since he walked up to us.
You've done very well.
Is this the sort of company you keep now?
Better than others.
Puffed up peacocks just like your mother wanted. Oh wait, she didn't. He walks away.
Well, if that is the company you used to keep, I would say that you've got it much better now. Yeah, very loudly enough.
I think Ali utters like a
Oh,
curse.
by the
in-
way, Aurelian, you take 14 points of damage.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ali will put her hand on your arm just to be like, don't start shit. He's not worth
What's
it,
your spell save?
Aurelian.
Or does it go through?
It's
Does it
a
go
Wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna make it a Charisma saving throw instead.
That's fine.
He doesn't seem very charismatic, to be fair.
Clearly not.
Or at least
Walk
wasn't
away.
trying to be. Can we tell that Aurelian is casting a spell?
Yes, it's
Yes.
obvious.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to.
not-
Oh, hold on.
It's
There are no
not
somatic components. There are no material
worth it.
components. It is literally just verbal.
I think
Okay.
Ali's more saying it's not worth it in terms of you retaliating to this. Like, you're speaking to him. That's a retaliation.
That's fair
It's
enough.
not worth starting shit here. We're guests, remember?
Charisma
Ali,
saving
who the
throw,
fuck-
please.
What's your spell save, DC?
Charisma saving throw, please.
What
I have rolled.
DC?
Wait, what's your spell save, DC?
Wow. Okay, I see. It is.
Lame.
It's a 15.
15. He succeeds.
Of course he does.
As he looks back.
Still takes half damage.
Roll damage.
Are we really puffed up peacocks?
Wait, hold on.
No,
On a
we're
field
not.
save.
And peacocks are quite dangerous. Have you ever tried to fuck with one? People use them
as
to
much
guard their
damage.
areas.
It's 3d6. And then Sorrowful Fate means that they also take.
Just to put that out there again, remember, tragedy bar.
Mm.
Most
16
tragic
half is
of
8.
bards.
16 half is 8. He kind of misses a little bit. Turns
Short-lived
back.
birds.
Can't even fight your own battles. You're really
Are
that
we
high up
even
and
now?
mighty
Or would you like
Aurelian's
another
a lot
taste?
more high but mighty than
Would
anyone
you?
else.
I mean, you're clearly not intelligent. Aurelian's fighting his own battles. You punched him.
All right, friends, let's stop measuring dicks and just get on
Let
with
us-
our days, yeah?
This, as I was saying.
Oh, I could do this all day.
Don't think you could.
Aurelian, shut the
let
fuck
us
up.
Me
not-
right now.
Aurelian,
Outside.
silence. Aurelian. Control.
Make my
Coward.
day. You cast when my back was turned.
You punched me in the face.
Straight to your face.
In the middle of a hotel.
Outside now. Your decision. Be the coward if you want to be.
Aurelian.
I don't have anything to prove.
You look
Especially not
otherwise.
to you.
I've got 4 other people who say otherwise. Shall we go up to a room on the 3rd floor?
Yes. Let's go find more civilized company.
He just
You
laughs
guys,
at
you
that. He
guys
says,
see
"Walking."
Ali wince at that.
Probably
Why?
wasn't smart to tell him
You
where
said
we
that
were
was- you
staying.
said that was
In
14
That's what I
points of
was
damage?
thinking.
Not smart.
Why are you gonna tell where we're gonna stay?
And that is part of the reason why I want my own separate space.
We're all staying in Emmeline's suite now.
Yeah.
A lot of damage.
Realmhunters, they could speak shit sometimes.
So, Ali, on the way to our room, can you please inform us who the hell that was?
I guess
Drops
not.
into the closet.
Disappeared.
Does not
Ali?
elaborate further.
Ali? Please.
No,
I'm back.
cannot.
I'm back. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm sorry, that
Hello.
was so fucking funny.
Perfect. The internet has fantastic timing.
God damn it.
Ali,
Yeah.
would you please tell us who that was? While we are on our way to our room.
Explain why I shouldn't
That was
pop it on him.
Because he's not worth it. That was Frinalir Palisade, an old friend of mine. Very old friend. We, childhood mates. He didn't
Right.
appreciate it when I became more interested in the courtly aspects of my heritage. Saw me as a mightier than thou sort of individual. We didn't mince words when we fell out.
Right.
Sounds like
That's
they've
the
got a
last I
bit
saw
of an
him.
inferiority complex. Seems like you're better off.
They didn't like my spending habits. I said something along the lines of, what's it to them? Yeah,
Right.
they've kicked the shit out of me many times. And I've given it to them too.
How severe is this rivalry of yours? How concerned should we be?
I don't know, it's been quite a number of years.
How did you leave it the last time the two of you met?
Ali will just gesture back downstairs.
Were you the one
Let's see.
getting punched? Last time?
Yeah, I think so.
Why did they say that they were doing their best to avoid you and then immediately walk up to you?
No idea. Clearly they wanted to get the last couple of things.
I mean, to be
Oh.
quite frank, it didn't seem like all of their bulbs were tight in the head to begin with.
I mean, neither do you, so.
I was.
Speaking of that,
Holding
Aurelian,
myself
you hurt.
Oh, I'm fine.
Good. Let it be a lesson.
Yeah.
A lesson for what?
Don't
Show
rise
show
to the
restraint.
provocations of others like that.
And you're not gonna defend your teammates, is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, in stupid
Not
situations
when you make a
like
stupid
this.
decision.
I'm sorry, but I'm on Aurelian's side here. Aurelian
punched
was
me.
I am not
acting
punched me
in
first.
self-defense.
Okay, but hey, guys, to be fair, this was Allie's thing, and Allie was the one saying that they didn't want to deal with it.
No. Precisely.
Yes, but
And also, it is a poor and a terrible decision to start attacking people like that. Yes, they may have attacked you first, but you have no idea how powerful they are on the other side of it. They could have snapped your fingers and you could be disintegrating on the ground right now in a pile of ashes.
In the middle of
It
the
is not
Triroad's
a
rest.
smart decision. Yes, there are people out there that would do that. There are a lot of people that would do that to you. You obviously haven't met them before, but there are plenty.
Baron kind of speaks up.
So don't.
Ali, how do you know? Are you speak to Frinalir not to act like that in the rest again, but he's been here for a while. Hasn't caused any
Has he?
ruckus like that before.
Thought he was down in Burton. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to avoid him while we're here, but
Is he staying in this area as well?
He is,
is he in this wing?
Yes. He is in
Would
this
it probably be best for us to switch wings then?
Well, now that Aurelian went and told him where you're staying, probably for the
Yes.
best, if this is
we'll
going to be
Yeah.
we'll move
Sorry
to
for-
our round room, please.
Sorry
Yeah.
for the issues.
Fights happen in taverns all the time.
Thank you.
don't have to worry
Last
about me. Just
time
don't do
we-
it in front of Hask. He will not be appreciative.
Hats?
He runs security. If he catches me, he'll
Okay.
hear of this and he'll be on for another for this. But well, he'll probably come to you as well already. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Try
would
not
like
to
the
fight
records to
if you
show
can.
that I acted in self-defense.
It's not for me to make a decision.
That's fine.
Not my
Let's
department.
head to our rooms.
Will
Let's-
Random okay with you, or would you like?
Yes. A rent
Sounds
will do
good.
fine.
All right, he brings you off to the other wing now. A beautiful room. The first one being stopping off for Emily in a smaller suite with one bedroom overlooking the eastern courtyards. It's modest, it's fully furnished. It's very nice. Across the hall and a couple doors down, there is a much larger place with about 6 rooms in it, is what they have. They wouldn't have, they don't have a 4 or 5 currently available, but inside it has all the amenities you could need, and it is an aristocratic lifestyle.
Well, this is certainly more like it.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Like
Thank you
anything
very
brought
much.
up to the
Sorry
room?
about
Food
the-
to drink?
Just
again,
some
You
food,
still-
thank you.
Do you still have those smoked meats that you had like when were we here before?
A few weeks.
Yeah.
I will have to talk to Serena. Maybe she has them. I will check, and if we have them, I will get them sent up.
Thank you.
Also, do you have any fish at the moment?
We definitely have some form of fish.
Okay, I'll hand him 3 gold.
If
Thank
I
you
may,
very
if I
much.
may so request, if there's some sort of ointment or salve for my face, and perhaps a nice cheese board.
I will see what Serena has.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right, and he takes a key, and you see this one key kind of knocks it against a bangle he has, and it splits into 2. He hands you one.
Ooh.
That's very cool.
Nifty.
Who does he hand the
Thank
key
you.
to?
Ali.
Yep, I'll grab it.
And then he
Okay.
walks away.
You said so before. You guys had asked for a 5-room suite, right?
You didn't have
Yeah,
you
we
have
got
6.
extra room.
A 6. Okay, got it.
Yep.
So we're 4 people in a 6-room suite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I go collect the blankets from the 2 empty rooms, and I just make a big
Nice.
blanket nest in whichever room
Yes,
I'm
it
staying
tracks
in.
so hard.
Perfect.
I steal 2 of the pillows from one of them, and then
They do say that lonely people tend to use a lot of pillows. Yeah,
yeah, you should see Aurelian's room. It's terrible.
all
Just
pillows.
pillows.
Yeah, that's why no one was allowed up there.
All the way down. Last time Frenelier and I traded blows, he knocked me out in 2 or 3 hits, and then I woke up in a jail cell for disturbing the peace. Glance to Aurelian.
Yeah, no, he certainly had a little bit of a left hook to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aurelian just
Trained
has like
in
this
monastery.
big welt forming.
Yeah.
Trained in a nearby monastery, so he doesn't need weapons to kill you.
It's a very effective way of doing things.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go see if Emmeline wants to come so we can all talk together. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
So-
You just, you just hear like in a few seconds later, it's like a knock on the
I
door.
was like, I pull the door open as you're like about to knock. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh,
she's
I was
just there.
just looking.
Oh,
I was just
perfect.
looking for you.
Oh, so now
So-
you want to join our room?
I was actually going to see if you wanted to come down and have something to eat in the main area.
We've got
Yes,
some
great.
food coming
They've
up.
got food on the way.
Well, I might
Yeah.
head down a bit later if anyone wishes to join me.
I will. I need to go
Sounds
and
good.
look at this wizard.
We also didn't ask for any drinks, so if you want, we and you can go down together and we can go bring some drinks back up since they've already got food on the way. And we can pick you up
Sounds
whatever
good.
you'd like to. We'll be back.
Oh, some tea, please.
Oh yeah, what does
Oh.
everyone else want?
Hmm. Is there a Quinthian equivalent of champagne?
Yeah, of course.
They have wine, so I'm pretty sure that you could just say champagne.
Sparkly bubblies, please.
Okay.
Sparkling Castellian.
Des, what time of day is it, roughly?
It's nighttime.
Night, isn't it?
It is
Night.
past sundown. It's
Yeah.
close to midnight at this stage. You guys got here.
Okay.
I'll
at the
grab
end
an
of the day's
I'll grab an ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Ale,
Rhea.
Going
Bubbles
down
tea.
to get the refreshments.
I think it's me and Rhea.
Mhm.
Maria. As you get down
Yeah.
to the kind of going downstairs on the random third floor towards the tavern in the main kind of center thoroughfare, Emmeline, you recognize someone. You see sitting there kind of at the tavern, just sipping lazily on a drink, a undeniably striking woman. Blonde undercut hair, kind of kept short enough, kind of like middle neck length, piercing yellow eyes, long robes, standing maybe, I'd say she's like close to 6'6", 6'7". You would recognize this as Jessa Tavis.
Oh, is she looking around, or is she like very much focused
She
down?
Seems to be talking to the idly to a bartender. She's got like a staff leaning up against it. She's wearing like these very nice like kind of what looks like a long kind of like trench coat robes, but the top half is just taken off and like tied around the waist. The sleeves are just hanging lazily. She's wearing just sleeveless top right now, arms out.
Emily would sort of like guide them, so they're sort of like park up next to Jessa.
Do you say
Jessa.
anything, or do like I think this is just a stranger?
Oh yeah, no, she wouldn't say anything. Just be quiet.
Okay.
You, as you park next to her, you see on the left side of her face this big scar that kind of goes down, wraps on her cheek.
Jessa,
Emmeline?
good to see you. Rhea, this is Jessa. She also works.
Oh hi, we're coworkers.
Hello, Asteria. Jessa Tavis, you haven't met me.
Oh. I need to get used to that.
Get used to what, my dear?
Everyone who Emily knows already knows me.
Oh, I know all of you. All of Team 5?
Yes, Team 5.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting any of you, but I did miss you all recently in Vanzaradin proper.
Yes, I think we just missed you as well. I heard from the others that you had gone through recently.
Yes, I had to come down to, have a little conversation with that boy Aurelian's friend, so to speak.
Right.
What happened?
Yes,
to
I
them?
did hear. I think that is something
Came down
for.
with a fever, so to speak, let's say, in this company.
Yes.
Oh, so you guys are helping him?
No.
I don't understand.
We might help him depending on how Aurelian acts over the next few months.
Oh. Wait, does he know he's supposed to be acting on his best behavior then?
Yes.
I'd have never met him, but it would
kind
have
of a
been
prick.
beneath Lady Tavis to deal with it herself, so it felt to me.
What are you doing here?
I'm making my way back very lazily to the road.
Of course.
We're going there too.
I know you're from the road.
Same
my
thing.
dear. Much in the
You're
Just
not
say
supposed to
here.
be
but different sides, I believe.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I've only been over on your side once.
The Taurus is not for the faint of heart.
No. But thankfully we met a friend.
Well, there are friends to be had. And let me get you all a round of drinks, as she just waves fingers. What are you drinking? Is the rest
Something
of your
fruity?
team here?
They're upstairs.
They,
We're gonna grab some drinks for
Would you like to meet them?
Sure, why not? It's been a pleasure. She kind of turns to the bartender. We'll take the drinks. Get the little one something fruity. Emmeline, you'll have your usual, I assume.
Yes.
Can I also have a tea, bubblies, and an ale?
I'll send it up to whatever room they're staying in. Put it on my tab. And here, and she reaches in her back pocket, flicks a silver piece for yourself, and she turns to walk.
I love how all of the Tavises just have like they're just all suave, like all of them.
Oh yeah.
They all have the vibes.
She puts her arm out for you, Rhea.
Oh,
yeah. Tell me about your side of the boat, because I have been, but it is not my usual stomping ground. It's not where our road links to, you see.
That makes sense. Well, I think it depends on I didn't realize this until much later, but I guess it depends on how much the woad likes you. But my granny's one of the witches of the woad, so I think that probably helped quite a bit. And I went around and explored a lot with the Veiled, so I've always had guides, and then I just learned a bunch, and once I got big enough to kind of protect myself some, I was able to start exploring more.
Very good. Your granny is someone I'd very drastically like to meet. I know something of her in theory, but I've never had the pleasure. The witches of the road on the eastern side, yes, plenty of. But
I met the witch of the heart tree recently. That was very fun.
She is a close friend.
Really?
She is. Emily already knows this, but I suppose all of you will know this shortly soon. It is my job amongst the estate to make sure we stay in good relations with the wood. So I stay predominantly within the wood. Emily, be a lamb, I forgot my staff.
Of course.
We'll see you up at the wood. See,
sure, turn around.
Guides Rhea up. Emmeline, there's a little bit of like, I don't know, awe, I would suppose. You know of Jessa, you know of her quite well. You know she is among the 3 original people to sign up with the Tavis estate. And you know she was, of the Tavises after Lady Tavis, of course, the first one to be given the gift.
Knew it.
Yep.
She just has a fever, it's fine.
There's only one way you get the second name Tavis.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. As I said in our chat, she's hot, therefore vampire.
Fair. So, does that mean that you're related to Lady Tavis?
By blood.
Oh, that's really cool.
Beautiful.
Dearie, you understand it, don't you?
Understand what?
Understand how I'm related, right?
No.
I'm an elf.
I assume when you said by blood.
Dearie. And she gets you by the face and she pinches your cheeks. Bless. My dear, I am one of the vampires of the estate.
Kind of trying to mutter to her, she's like, I didn't know there were any vampires on the estate.
My dear, are you okay?
Total space cadet.
I'm sorry, I've been really overwhelmed with I've just lived in the woods my whole life. I've lived in the wood, and I didn't really understand.
No one's told Rhea about the vampires.
No one's told Rhea about the vampires.
Dear, it's okay. So, Lady Tavis, this is the rumor that you must put up with and never give it credence to, but Lady Tavis is a vampire. Just like myself, just like Lord Tavis.
Makes a lot of sense.
That's
so is that why
Aurelian's in so much trouble? The
because
fever
the
that his friend got is vampirism. I have turned his friend.
Because he was a dick to Lady Tavis, that makes sense.
He was not necessarily a dick to Lady Tavis, but he needed to learn to speak when necessary.
I think he's only learned how to hold his tongue to Lady Tavis, though, because he keeps acting out a lot.
But let's see if he acts out when I get up there. That would be interesting.
Okie
Oh no.
Now, also, Jan, you'll meet him soon. He is another of the vampires in the house. He's only half-blooded so far. He's studying the ambulance.
I was supposed to meet up with him soon, but unfortunately, it wasn't important.
So well, it's making him very sick.
Oh no! I hope there's.
He'll live. It's fine. It's just he's vomiting quite a lot. Oh, Emmeline.
Kind of just behind, carrying the stuff.
She kind of and the staff just into the hand, and she goes, Emmeline, dear, Wisteria did not know any of the vampirism.
Wait,
no
really?
one told me. No one told me.
I thought that.
You thought that what?
Just inferred it from everything, but I guess not. That is.
What do you mean inferred it from everything?
The fact that Lady Tavis, you've only met her
Twice.
At night? At night times? And
She said she likes to sleep in.
Oh, bless.
She's a big fancy lady in charge. I saw what happened when Aurelian questioned her. I'm not gonna question her.
Oh,
I am curious to know if everyone
that
else.
wouldn't matter as much. Your grandmother is quite someone very important. We would not do anything like that with you right now. You would have
That's
to very
fair.
much so fuck up.
Oh, I don't want to fuck up. Because, I mean, I'm having a really hard time learning about the Underrifts on my own, and you guys are helping me with that a lot, so why would I do anything that's going to try to...
You have a lot to learn. You see, if you don't know anything, I won't try and plague you with the history of vampirism. Anyway, as she gets to the door and she goes, do I knock? Do you guys have the key? Is it open?
Yeah, I just open it. I tried to just open it.
Yeah, you try to. Ellie's locked up behind you for security. I'm coming. Who is it?
It is our
stranger that's gonna stab you in the night.
Yeah, that sounds
your
like
worst
real.
nightmares.
Open up.
Ali, you see a very tall, beautiful elven woman, blonde hair in an undercut, kind of buzzed underneath. These just glowing yellow eyes. Kind of the hair's pushed to one side, scar down the left side of her face. Very sharp features. Arms out.
We have a
very
guest.
Tall, but not very muscular.
We found a friend.
I'll call back to the others. We have a guest.
Like a friend, or another one that wants to punch you in the face.
He's been very
No,
friendly.
everyone. Let me introduce.
It has to be done. Let me in. As she puts a hand out to Ali. Jessa Tavis.
Oh! Kiss the back of the hand.
She gives a little...
Pleasure to meet you.
The drinks are in the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
please. Come on in.
Hello, Leah. Jessa Tavis.
Hello,
Pleasure to meet you.
Lovely
She
to meet
offers
you.
a hand.
Leo takes it and gives the honorary kiss on the back of the hand. Leo's commandeered a corner of the floor and is just sorting out his homework for the next 6 months.
Hello, Aurelian. Jessa Tavis.
Can I make an insight check as to why she asked to be let in?
You can.
Can vampires not enter rooms until
That's
they're
what I'm
given
actually trying to
permission?
figure out. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually what I'm trying to figure out if that's true or not. I got a 21.
It was said like in a lot of humor. She's kind of matching the vibe that she's met with right now. You're not sure if there's anything sinister behind it.
Also, I know you
not a
haven't,
sinister.
Or anything
Not
suspicious
sinister. I'm just like Aurelian is actually just curious as to whether or not she actually can't enter a space if she's not invited in.
Based on how she said and how quickly it was responded, you're not sure.
Fair.
But she offers a hand just to you the same.
I know you have an ice pack because of your tooth, but I think it's really funny because you also got punched in the face.
That's why.
Yeah.
Perfect. Pleasure to meet you.
How is your friend?
Doing much better now. Thank you for asking.
Very good. He did not take it so well when it happened, so I'm glad.
We're adjusting.
I would say give him my best, but my name alone would probably frighten him. So, this is a quaint little place you've all gotten. Scored yourself quite the room.
Yeah, we helped Carlin's.
Very good.
He was set
friend
upon
to
by
make.
Knowles.
Leo, darling, would you just take my staff and put it by the window? It likes the moonlight.
I do so, and I take a second to assess the staff for all of its qualities.
1 second. The staff is doing the same.
You
thing.
take 70 force damage.
You grab it into your hands, and it's just like there's this straight into the palms of your hands, and you're just like, what am I holding?
Oh, I do the same. I cast Identify and Detect Magic on the same thing.
No.
It started it.
It's allowed. It has rank.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Put it by the moonlight. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to start casting spells in front of people, you should at least learn how to do it subtly, like me.
Or ask permission.
The current
it's,
order is Jessa, Staff, Emmeline, and then the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Aurelian.
Then the rest
I mean,
of
what?
you, then Aurelian.
No, Rhea, then the rest of you.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't think I had to say this, but first things first in order to get set away with. As Rhea did not know, answering questions. Yes, I have the Tavis name. Yes, I am a vampire.
No,
Yes,
that's a
Leo.
horrible rumor, and we need to stamp
No,
that
no,
out
no.
whenever it
Leo.
happens.
Leo, that. Yes, like yeah, but like no, actually not.
Yeah. No, I've got it. It's a
Well, I didn't.
it's a funny joke.
It's a very funny joke, darling. So you're all heading to the web then.
We're gonna go see
Yeah.
Annie.
That is quite the trip. What are you staying in the Triroad for long?
There is gonna
Okay.
be a circus, so I'd like to stay for a few days, maybe.
Yeah,
We have a few.
Not sure.
Sorry, Annie.
We've been asked if we could deal with a certain null problem and a flint that
Yes.
has been ravaging the area. So
I saw that on the
might
little
look into
quest
that, and then-
board. That's a quaint little job. You should do it.
Wait,
There are a
okay.
few. There are a few jobs around the tavern which I think would be good for us to take. If we had to pose as a mercenary group as our cover story, it would be useful to have some jobs under our belt that people can vouch for.
I hadn't thought of that. Nice.
It's
I
also
like it.
very in our best interest to say thank you to Carlin's Morrow for putting us up.
We did rescue him though, so that was him saying thank you.
Well, we always want to be on his good side, don't we?
Of course.
Continue the
Want to be on everyone's good side.
Allie, we'll have a talk later about that.
I suppose it's better to start late than
Eh.
never. I poke, don't worry.
It's alright. It's okay.
I must say,
What brings you here,
if
if I may ask?
I was recently in Van Zerden to turn Aurelian's little friend.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
Sorry, the timing was funny.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So I did that. I didn't need to stay. I'm making my way back to the Taurus, albeit slowly. I don't get out of the road very often, so when I do, I like to take my time.
Oh, I'm assuming you have heard the most recent.
I'm the one who brought the report, darling.
Oh, you are. Okay. All right.
I very rarely travel for just one thing at a time.
Okay.
How are you coping with that? I know your father is a tense subject. Leo has told me you're sensitive about it. Is that insensitive for
Yeah.
me to say you're sensitive about it? I don't speak to
No,
people
it's
all that much anymore.
Fine. It's okay. It's all right. I'm coping the best I can. It's more just confusion and concern more than anything. Could you tell us any more about the events?
I mean, if you have any questions, ask. I assume most of it was given to you in a debrief by Lady Tavis.
Where was
I
the
think-
Fane?
The Fane was in the Vefalier side.
Do you know which one?
I believe it was down near Yodden.
Mhm.
As a player, I need to look at the map
That's
real
the
quick. Give me a
one
second.
southeast of Lavoka.
Okay, not my area.
Not the Veiled area.
Rhea definitely lets out a.
That's insensitive of me, but I.
Do I know what that Veiled is?
Roll me a nature check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
You aren't exactly sure the exact that is. You've heard various rumors that it is basically some form of large quadrupedal slumbering beast that doesn't get up unless there's an actual issue. It's gotten very like it's
the Snorlax blocking the
yeah,
path.
it's known to be very lazy. It's a very old one though. That's when you know it slumbers a lot because it's been around so long at this stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Has another been chosen in its place already?
I'm not sure. The world acts on a scale that we don't really comprehend. It's so old and majestic, really. I'm sure another will be chosen. There's I can tell you my theory.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Please do.
So you're doomed to die, essentially. Not you all. I mean Ali specifically. I'm sure you're all doomed to die eventually, but not on this specific thing.
Yes.
But I have a theory, a running theory, that your father's blood curse, he is... You know the way the Woad can basically choose someone to become a Fane?
Yeah.
I think he's trying to force his way to become one. Because he thinks the magic of Fanedom would overrule the blood curse.
Would cure it.
Maybe not cure, but stop it, or something of the like.
But I thought
from all I know, purely in the side, the Woad had not, or maybe will, who knows if everything goes well, has not decided for him to be a Fane.
No, he's trying to force the issue.
That's what I was going to ask. Fane are supposed to be chosen guardians.
The Woad choose. Now, mind you, Caramel is a knight of the Woad, an old order. He's got a blade and all to prove it. It's an ancient thing, and a lot of the times those knights, historically speaking, did work alongside the Fanes, and some of them did in fact become Fanes. The blade he actually has was wielded by a former Fane.
But he's forsaken his vows if he's going to... He killed a Fane.
Well, the oath specifically doesn't mention not killing a Fane.
No, but what does the oath say? Do you know?
I don't. I'm not a knight in that order. I'm not a researcher even. I keep good relations with the Woad. But that's my running theory. Right. It's a very educated guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know how to assess the Woad's feelings towards a person without being in the Woad? I don't know if it's possible.
It's very difficult. It's not impossible. You need to have a sapling from the Woad. You need to like little. I do keep one. I don't have it on me. It's in my room. It's like a little bonsai tree.
Oh, like
connected to the Woad.
It's
like that, but different.
Tree.
It's to even get one of these is difficult because I had to be blessed by a witch, and then being allowed to take a cutting from one of the trees and cultivate into this small bonsai. If I took your blood and dropped it on that bonsai, if it reacted very poorly, I could assess a general leaning.
Because like we know Leo has a negative one, but thankfully he's got his talisman now.
A negative one.
That
makes sense.
I don't believe it's my fault. But again, that doesn't really matter to the...
Yes, Aurelian dear?
I'd like to volunteer.
You'd like to
We know nothing about my... We have no idea of my relation to the Woad at all.
Likewise. I think it would also be good for me.
Who wants to go on a little trip then? I'm not going. But... Leo, you look like you could stretch your legs.
Okay.
You're huddled in a corner. Here, she reaches onto her belt and grabs a key. My room is in the... Oh, it's on the Avora side. It's on the other way. Other side.
Oh, that's all right. I can get there.
Third floor.
Can we see the balcony from
on
here?
The right-hand side.
Well, open the windows. Which balcony is it?
No. We don't fly across other people's taverns without their permission.
All right.
We use our feet.
I'll
and
take
we
the
walk
key.
Around.
Feels lazy and inefficient. Off I go.
As you go to the door, if you touch anything, they will tell
I
you.
know. I got it.
As you get sent on a teacher to go to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
So
my
is
whole
everyone
pass.
going, or is Leo just collecting the sapling?
No, she's just telling Leah to go get the bonsai tree from her room.
Okay, cool.
Off I go.
Do you have a theory as to why my blood is getting drawn to the Woad?
I don't know much about your blood curse, to be honest. It's not.
Okay.
The problem is that I guess it depends on the origins of the curse. If you were cursed by the Woad, then it telling you to come back could be a positive thing necessarily, but if you were cursed by someone who is wanting to fuck with the Woad, trying to get you to go to the Woad to cause harm to the Woad would make sense.
Where did the curse come from?
I don't know. As far as we understand it.
That's a joke.
It is a rather good question, though. Is it the blood that wishes to return to the woad, or the woad that wishes to return the blood?
As far as I know, my father was cursed. And that is why me and my siblings have also been cursed. That's all I know.
It would make
dad's
sense
kind of
then,
cute, though.
unfortunately. In character, have we
Okay.
seen the portrait of the dad?
Yeah.
Give it a
He
solid
does look like
8
a
out of
good-
10.
He's 300. He is in elven prime. He is 350 years old. He is in his peak.
Yeah.
A little old for my taste, I would say.
I think so. Yeah. You're very young. In fact, all of you are very young, even Ali by elven standards. Emmeline, you must feel like you're babysitting them.
Depends on the circumstances.
How old is Emmeline?
You don't ask a
am
woman
20.
her age.
Yes, how old do you think I am? Aurelian?
I want to know if you're like.
Aurelian.
It's a trap question. Do not answer this, Aurelian.
I want to know whether or not you're 32 or 79.
Do not answer
Do you
this
think
question,
I am
Aurelian.
79?
I don't know. Would you just
Shambles.
rather tell us?
It's gone.
And we were
Interesting.
like, do you want to make bets on how poorly this goes?
Leo's
Interesting.
off getting a tree.
Yeah.
Right now, you know
Ellie
what?
goes-
That wasn't to Leo, that was to Jez.
Oh, Ali.
No, that was to Jez because I was still sitting beside her because we had locked elbows before. So Ali's just, or not, sorry, so Ria's just like,
Aurelian.
It
how old do you
does
think
feel
I
like
am?
babysitting right now.
Well, you just said you were about 350, no?
No, I said that's Ali's father's age.
No,
Oh, that's Ali's
my
father's
father
age.
is 350-ish.
She's ageless.
Well, I mean, given that you
I
are a
like
vampire,
you.
it is very, very, very difficult to
Timeless.
tell, but you look quite in your prime.
Look at you attempting flattery. I appreciate it. I am.
I think mine works better.
Yours, yeah, and it was delivered better. I don't really count much anymore. When I was turned about 12 years ago, and I would have been about 204. But I don't age at.
Wow.
I age at about 1/7, 1/14 the rate of 1/7 the rate of regular elven aging. So I don't know what that would equivalent me to. I essentially have a lifespan of 1400 years to get through. So
So vampirism is elven dog years?
no,
I was
actually,
thinking
no.
the same thing.
A human with vampirism
It's
could
like, I'm
live
not
to
gonna
about
say that.
700. So I could live to be about 4,000. I don't know. Lord Tavis is old. So.
Fair enough.
And how old is Emmeline?
That's up to Emily.
You really want to know the answer to this question, don't you, Aurelian?
Emily,
I
if
don't
you might have a
understand
crush,
what the
wants to know
big
if he
deal
has a
is about
chance.
this.
She just like nudges
Wait.
into Emily.
Aurelian?
Yes.
You grew up in the big fancy tavern where they like have sex and stuff all the time, right?
Yes.
Were you not around women there or something?
I wrote of
That would
woman.
explain so much.
So you didn't interact with the women. You just wrote about the women from afar?
No, I
They
did
have a chair in the
definitely
corner for
interact
that.
with a woman. Yes, it's the writer's chair.
And you've never heard,
Thank you,
especially,
Aurelian.
especially women who are in a business where they are their product, you haven't ever heard of them being reluctant to tell their age for a number of reasons? Because you're acting like, I know I'm pretty ignorant about things, but you're acting really ignorant about things.
Well, I thought that was just part of the job. Unless, Emmeline, there's
Well,
something you're not telling
ignorance.
us.
No, I think it's about a private matter
Yeah.
and also not wanting to reveal things about themselves if they don't feel comfortable to.
For the matter, Aurelian, I am 28, almost 29.
Oh, you're not that much older than any of us.
There is a difference between that,
I have
though.
80 years on all of you, but still.
But you are an elf,
Well,
though.
you're
No
big.
offense, but yes, for an elf, you are.
At all,
Yes, relative
admittedly.
age-wise.
Where's Leo?
I'm right here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But
Oh,
the
wow.
door's locked. I can't get in.
Proof that you're Leo.
I pop it. Arrives on the other side of the door. Start
works.
scratching at it.
That works.
We'll keep the rabbit.
Hopefully,
Unless it's Maddie.
Ali, go let
hopefully your
Leo
food
know.
and
Maddie.
drinks come soon.
Oh, yes, he's waiting as well.
As well.
Yeah, Leo's holding the bonsai and the mage hand is holding the platter.
Nice.
Did they say anything about the food?
No, I haven't heard anything, sorry.
It's alright.
Come in, put the tree on the coffee table.
Oh, wow.
It's a very small little, like, for Rhea and Leo, it looks like a little miniature replica of the heart tree. The purple wood.
Beautiful.
The purple bar.
Oh, you got a sapling.
Vi's my friend.
Oh. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I wasn't expecting the heart tree sapling.
Wait, is that what the heart tree
trees
looks like?
are the same tree. It's all the same tree.
I know, but like they are, but they're also different.
They are.
So how do we do this assessment with the tree?
So this is the same
Gotta
ritual
bleed
you
on
do
it.
when you enter the world. You'll prick your finger or somewhere that you're willing to bleed from. Drop it on the leaves or the roots. That's how you let the woad know who you are. And normally the woad would hinder, hurt, guide, gift, depending on who you are. If this bonsai dies, I will have to kill you. Dry humor. Okay, doesn't work.
I was so close to be like insight check, and I'm like, no way, I'm beating that.
So what would cause a bonsai to die?
A very intense negative reaction, probably, but that would be insane.
If it buds fruit, she pricks her finger and does a little drop, and you see a little flower begins to blossom. See, I have very good relations. It reacts very positively to me. If the part where you drop your blood on it wilts, bad sign. If it does nothing, all doesn't really know
Pretty
you.
neutral.
May I?
You may. She grabs like a small little needle point as your blood hits onto the leaf, and you stare intently. And for the longest time, like 30 seconds, nothing's happening. Everyone's kind of staring at it, waiting for it to react in some way, shape, or form. And then you see the tiniest little flower just open on the leaf.
Oh, that must be a good sign, right?
Must be.
It's a good start.
A little bit of a good
A
one.
little start.
More positive than negative, no?
You're half elven with fun lineage, I suppose. What sort of elf is your mother?
Oh,
You know she's wood elven. Woad elven.
Woad elven.
Yeah, that's a good start. If she is, oh, maybe I know her. What's your mother's name? I'm also from. Well, I suppose would your mother be around the same age?
Difficult to say, really. She does like to be preferential around her age. Very important.
So you definitely should have understood then.
Yeah.
Well, Emmeline is neither an actor nor a adulterer.
Do you have to be either of those to feel that way?
You don't know what she does in her own hobbies. She could be into the theatre or into people into the theatre.
True.
Oh,
To be honest, we don't really know a whole lot about Emmeline yet.
Emmeline, are you a theatre kid?
I am not.
Says the theater kid.
That is an insult.
That is a stretch too far, even for your in. I shall jew you outside right this instant.
That's something a theatre kid would say.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyone else want to
May
test
I-
their relations with the woad? You may.
Yes.
Go for it.
Based
Yeah.
off of how Jessa, can I tell how, like, in reaction to my general reaction with the woad, like how much better or worse it is?
Give me an insight check.
She's at like 3,000. You're at like 30.
I just don't remember what my insight is real quick. It is... Oh, I've got
Good
great
from memory.
insight. 18.
Wait, you do?
18.
Nice.
It's really difficult to place because you've not seen one of these bonsai trees, but From the vague kind of vibe you're getting off her, you don't think she'd be the type to be annoyed if you'd ask.
That's fair. Like, can I try? I've never seen one of the little trees before.
You may. You drop your blood. Very quickly, flowers begin to form. No fruit, but flowers.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very good relation.
More than
well,
one.
Nothing. All to be expected, I suppose.
Emmeline will.
There for a long time.
Emmeline will. Bit of blood.
Nothing really happens.
Huh. As expected.
That's unusual.
No, it just
Normal.
means the woad doesn't have a strong leaning either way.
Ali's gonna try, but hold, like, if the bonsai's here, she's gonna try from, like, a distance away from it and see if the blood gets drawn to the sapling. Yeah. So that's the effect that Ophelia showed me. Wait, it does.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that is what happens when your dad kills a Fane.
I mean, that
I'm
is
sorry.
what happens when your father kills a Fane, yes.
I'm very sorry.
You are going to need a... She just goes, give her your stick. And I don't mean in the prostitute way.
But that's not my style. Try it with this, Ali. Let's see if it makes a change. Finger prick with one of the thorns.
I'll hold the stick. Is there any... Do I get any feeling from the stick?
You have to prick your finger with the actual thorn on the stick.
You have to use the thorn.
Okay.
It still attracts to the same way. And as it drops, it doesn't wilt immediately, but it significantly longer for the leaf to go bad.
But it's gonna be such a yucky, gross trip. Oh, okay.
It's a bit interesting.
It's not your fault.
Is there anything that we can do beforehand at all?
I would need Granny to be able to
entirely new set of blood.
Yeah. Change
Well, we can
Allie's
try.
entire lineage.
Well, that would honestly
this is-
change. That would cure her blood curse, wouldn't it?
It
If we just
would, it
emptied her
would.
body of her blood and got a new blood.
Most people don't survive
Not
the process.
How that works.
But what I would advise, and I wouldn't advise this to many people, is don't drop any blood when you go in. Do not spill your blood inside the woad, because it is seen as disrespectful to the woad, and the woad would normally respond to it in a curious, trying to find out way. But if you drop that blood in there, I wouldn't be surprised if the roots just opened up and swallowed you whole.
Did I still drop mine?
All right.
All of you all should drop your own, but it might balance out. I would have Ali be purposefully not do it, and as long as you first physically long as possible, and then make your way to a Witch of the Woad immediately.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Okay.
So does that mean that Leo should have a stick back then?
I mean, Leo, drop your blood on the plant without the stick.
Oh, we've seen this before, but all right.
It's
pull a
different with the
small
little sapling. Don't worry.
silver knife and just take a little nick off my finger and drop it on. Drip, drip.
Not as... It's even slower than Ali's second wilting with the stick, but it does wilt eventually.
So, Ali should hold onto the stick. Leo
Yeah.
has
No,
a
Leo
negative.
should use it, and if time comes when Ali must drop off a
Give me
blood,
the stick.
use it.
When
So-
Yeah.
that
So,
depends.
2 good, 1 neutral,
Give it
2
back.
bad is worse
Thank
than
you.
2
Oh.
good, 2 neutral, and 1 very bad.
Well, to be fair, I'm quite good. Ali is very, very bad. You are a little good. Emmeline is neutral, and Leo's kind of bad.
With the
Well,
stick,
Leo
I'm
with the
to
stick
imagine-
becomes relatively neutral, no?
completely neutral.
A little
judge.
bad.
It wouldn't judge you on a group. It's going to treat you as individuals, which is nice.
Yes.
But
I
the
dread to
problem is the
imagine
things it
what
sends
the,
after you may not treat you as individuals. If it sends a
That's the
fella
problem.
dragon after Ali here, it will attack you all with the same prejudice.
Yeah. They're so cute when they're little, though.
So we need to make a beeline straight for your granny's house and get there as soon as possible without delay, so we can try and resolve this.
Yes, the only problem is Granny's
Great.
house likes to move.
Is there a way that we
Just,
could turn Allie into not Allie for a temporary amount of time?
Even if you turn Allie into something else, it will still have the same blood and lineage.
True.
It will still, yeah. You can't trick the woad.
Can't we put Allie in like a bag or something?
Don't put me in a bag.
You can't breathe in the bag.
We will face whatever comes. But at
Well,
least we
just
have
like-
warning.
Stick your head out of the bag every 9 minutes and 59 seconds.
Like a little meerkat poking the head up.
I'm bad
Good
at
right
timing. Did you know my mother by any chance?
Your mother's name?
Thalian.
She from
Thalian
Taurus?
Chandelier. Yeah.
The name rings a bell. She was younger than me, though.
She
Well,
was.
I suppose now she'd be about the same. I know
Yeah,
of her. The name rings a bell.
Okay.
I didn't do well with
Curious.
friends. I apologize, Ali.
No, that's fine.
It's okay.
That's
This is the
okay.
most friends I've ever had too, and one of them got all of their blood taken from their body. So
Yeah, she's been gone for half a century. I was just curious if you'd known her.
No, I didn't stay in the Taurus very long. I ended up going to UNDAV for quite some time to study in the Greenleaf College. So
Okay.
thank you for all of your help.
you're welcome.
Getting to know what we're walking into is quite.
Don't.
More information is better than less, to be honest.
Better you than me.
Yeah.
True. Does what I know, like, I assume, like, just growing up, like, I would, like, because I know that, like, Granny's house likes to move. Do I have, like, a system for finding it?
You know, based on the token you would carry on a pendant.
Got it. Okay. I wasn't sure if that
allows you
good
to
location.
intercept its path.
Okay, got it.
It's generally speaking west of UNDAV is the kind of roaming region.
Yeah. So I do pull out, like, a map, and I'm just like, it's in this general area. Once we get close, I'll be able to find it, pinpoint it more. Just hopefully it didn't do a lot of weaving around.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well, let's hope luck is in our side.
Pretend I sleep.
Gonna
You don't
Lee,
sleep?
darling, could you get my
Wait,
staff from the
is
window?
that a vampire
Mage
thing?
hand.
Yes,
Vampire
that is a vampire thing.
You don't ever have to sleep?
I don't have to sleep.
Can you? Or do
I
you just not
can.
get to dream anymore?
No, I can still dream.
Okay.
can
It
still
just
sleep
seems like
if I
it would be a
wish to, I
sad
just-
thing.
It's a lot of the time it's not necessary. I mean, I still get tired. I get exhausted, and I want to rest.
Just sleeping? Does
But
that
also,
help
I'm
you?
an elf, so I never really did sleep. I always meditated.
Mm.
No, that's fair.
So I still do that. Just not for as long.
Oh, good. That is really interesting.
What I do miss is food.
You can't. I know that you don't eat food, but you can't eat food.
I can, but it loses a lot of it. It's not that it loses all of its flavor, but
Mm-hmm.
the flavors are very muted.
Oh, that's understandable.
But I'm
What's
sure you
blood
taste
taste like?
delectable.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
So I assume blood doesn't taste like blood does when you're not a vampire.
No, it's an acquired taste.
Well, yeah, you would have to acquire vampirism.
That's the joke, darling. Ah. All of you are too dry. Wisteria gets my jokes. Emmeline, teach them humor. Anyway.
I don't think all. I don't think I have those skills quite
Someone
yet.
else,
but I'll
teach
do my
Emmeline
best.
humor. Emmeline, when someone teaches you humor, teach them humor. She kind of takes a step. She goes, "You ready to go, darling? Did you have a nice time by the window? You don't like it? What did he do? Leo.
Did nothing.
What did you do, Leo?
What's your staff's name?
Insight check.
How
Inside
could you, Leo?
check.
Unless it's one of those names are sacred kind of a thing.
I got a 5. I've no idea what's happening.
I got a 16.
I got a 14.
She seems to be talking to the staff, and like she's very like focused and like it's almost like she's meeting a gaze in the staff, and she's looking at the back at Leo. And like,
What did you do, Leo?
It tried to identify me, so I tried to identify it.
I mean, it identified you. Oh, that's It's not good.
Well, what did it find?
It's not looking good.
So you make very bad first impressions, apparently.
To be fair, this is a branch from the heart trees.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
I
that'll
could
be
have led
it.
with that. I just did not wish to.
Oh, it's funny.
It is funnier that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, humor. We're all learning it.
So many slurs.
Have you got any insight? into
He's just
why
calling you
that's-
Cobblekin over and over and over again.
Have you got any insight into why my relationship with the road is complicated?
What's the stuff?
Didn't
My
you have
best
ancestors that...
my best guess is a logging expedition by an
It's
ancestor.
a logging expedition, that's for sure.
Sounds like a euphemism.
No, literally cutting down trees and selling the wood from
Yeah,
the road.
yeah.
Mhm.
But if ever you want to learn any interesting magic, let me know. If you're interested in druidicism
That sounds
Okay.
fine.
or runes, very good at those. Anyway,
I want to learn more about runes.
tell you what, Rhea, I'll make you a deal.
Uh-huh.
One small vial of your blood. I'll teach you a rune of your choice.
Why?
Vampire.
Because I think you would taste nice.
Okay.
Okay, Rhea. From here
How?
on out, if someone asks for your blood in exchange for money, items, abilities, just say no. That this was a test and you failed so poorly.
Just say no. Just say no to
But
it.
we're part of the people who are here to work. I've heard every single time I've walked into the estate, we want what's best for you. We want to protect you. We
Oh,
want you
do,
to be
but
healthy.
This is a teachable moment.
Okay. But I thought that's you were
Yeah,
part of
honestly,
the thing, so I could
I am
trust
more
you.
than
You
happy
know?
to take it. People can
Yeah,
go
have you
along
not
with you.
noticed that everyone in the Tavis estate has a slightly different ulterior motive?
What do you mean?
Everyone has ulterior motives, regardless of who they
What
are.
do you ever think could be my ulterior motive?
I haven't met you long enough yet.
Tell
You're
me
not
who
really
you
met
think
any
has an
of them,
ulterior
are you?
motive. That's interesting.
Sally
Uh,
just really likes cake and wants to come off as intimidating.
Sally
She is
the most
intimidating.
intimidating woman I know.
She will ruin you. If she will ruin you. I know she can ruin me. I know that everyone in the Tavis estate can ruin me. They've
No, but
definitely
not in the
proven
same
that.
way as the others. We cannot kill you. Celia will do everything but kill you, but will utterly humiliate and destroy your entire life and the life of everyone that you know around you without even blinking.
Well, that
We
certainly
had already
tracks with the
started the
Tavises, doesn't
process.
it?
I sense
Hey,
resentment.
maybe you should.
Carol wants to come off a little bit more.
Don't mind Carol, he's a
nice.
kitten.
Aurelian, stop digging holes. Holy fuck.
I'm
Carol
digging
is
holes.
incredibly sweet.
Me
I'm not
and
digging
Carol are
holes,
very
I'm trying to
Saved my
similar.
life on multiple occasions.
Yes,
He's-
no, Carol seems like a very lovely person, but they definitely have a little bit of an attitude problem as well.
See,
We
Well,
talked
cool.
what I
Okay,
find
there.
funny about this, I think this is more based
takes
upon your
nothing
first
personally.
impressions. Yeah.
Carol takes nothing personally. Are you sure?
He has no personal
No.
motives. He just serves the estate blindly. It's
Well,
his
he's a
job
little
to
bit
not
of-
have an opinion.
Oh, he is a little bit of a loose cannon at dinner, wasn't he?
No,
You're one to talk.
no, that
Says
was
the loose cannon.
protecting the.
No, it's
Oh, really?
just
You're-
Recognize as
Yeah.
stupid, Ali.
I'm sorry, what?
He likes to play
You summoned a wand
sometimes.
at dinner.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
What
you
was
did.
the rule Carol said? And no one's meant to bring weapons in.
I mean, I'm not going to defend it. It was a miscalculation.
Yes, that was a interest. I got a giggle. No, you see,
Again,
Yes.
everyone is a little complicated within this estate, aren't they?
Isn't that just being a person?
Yeah.
Kind of, yes and no.
I like how you've just.
Yes.
Yes.
so what we've figured out is
Interesting.
everyone is very complicated, and Aurelian is drastically simple.
Drastically simple. I
I'll
like
drink
that.
to that.
Berlin's
Hell
definitely the
down's the
type of
best.
bird that likes to puff up its chest a lot.
And is there anything wrong with that?
Nothing at
It
all.
depends on the circumstances of
I
when
mean, they
you puff
usually
it
do
up.
that to find a mate. He glazes
Something
around the
at
room.
all.
Just...
Ew.
No thanks.
No, thank you either.
I mean, that's how birds do it, but puffing your chest up, depending on their location and your setting, can be very dangerous, especially if you're in a place where you could be hunted.
Well, we're all being hunted all the time.
Then maybe you should stop puffing your chest out, huh?
Would you rather die without puffing your chest out?
I'd rather live.
Out that one.
Aurelian, can I say this as someone who's literally never met you other than the reports passed on, so I genuinely don't care for you one way or the other.
Please.
The Tavis estate, yes, we have done awful things. I'll never try and deny that we do drastically ruthless things to get what we want in life. But you want to at least get to puff your chest before dying. No one the better to ally with in this. You want greatness, I assume, or at least you want something. Everyone else in this room so far has benefited from the estate's aid in some way, shape, or form, except you.
I hardly agree with that.
You don't think you've benefited?
I have benefited.
Well, yes, I know your father is coming back because of this. That's true, but
Look at
personal benefit, it's okay to want things for yourself as well. So far, a lot of things have gone bad for you, and you have a very tense stance with a few of the people based on what you're saying. I can assure you, Carol holds no grudge to you. Yes, he likes to show off with his sword, but it is what it is.
He went out of his way to be
Tavis
nice to me.
Lady Tavis is Lindis is a lovely woman when you get to know her, once you know the right topics to talk to her about. She's a researcher at heart, although it is not becoming of her anymore to talk as such. These people could help you a lot. There's a lot I'm assured you want. Why not get it?
Well, I already have everything I need.
I think it's
Inside
everything
check.
you need.
Yeah.
It's everything you want.
I mean, that is a fair thing to bring up. I know what Leo wants. I know what Allie wants. I don't know what Emmeline or Aurelian want.
Emmeline's your boss.
I got a 22 on inside
The
check on
DC
that
is
statement.
25.
Sorry, people were talking over each other. I didn't hear you guys.
Emmeline's your
Oh.
boss. I'm not sure you get to know what she wants.
Both of them wanted to roll insight. The DC is 25.
Got it.
I know she's in charge, but I still like to get to know her.
You do.
Indeed.
I would like for all of you to be on. I would like to meet you all the next time under better relations as a group with the Tavis estate. This is a nice chance meeting outside the estate. We have to stand on less formality. But if there's something you want, and I never said something you need already, something you want, we can help you. We
There is actually
reward
something
this.
that I would like to know.
Sure. Go on. If I can answer it, I will try. I have
And
an idea.
this is of no disrespect. This is of something of my own knowledge so that I could benefit my friend.
Sure.
When you decided to turn, what was going through your mind?
When I wanted to turn, personally, or when I turned your friend?
When you decided to turn?
Well, I had been working for about 3 years with Lady Tavis after she had come back from, becoming Lady Tavis. And we had done some great work. We found some pre-dawn ruins just east of the Torith. I had some base issues with, I suppose, ideals and the pathways that the gift would give me, the culture. And I suppose one of the biggest things for me is, well, I wanted a family. I was a bastard born to a noble elf family in the Torith. And the reason Lady Tavis has the Tavis name is by marriage. I got mine by blood. There are no bastards in the Tavis family. Lady Tavis always treated me well and right. She had great magic. Vampirism only helped me. There are some drawbacks. I do miss some food, but I've grown healthier, bolder, stronger. Bar the few drawbacks, which teach you, in a way, really. The sunlight, it's a nuisance. It teaches patience. You can't act on your impulses because you can't act during the day. The hunger, it teaches control. Controlling your impulses, not being feral. You should ask Lord Tavis. This is all verbatim from him.
I'd like to meet him one day.
I assume you would. He is a Witch of the Woad in Vitrisian.
Yeah.
I have met him. He is... I've gone to Vitrisian a few times. It's, he's bigger in person. I will say that. The paintings in the estate don't do him justice. He is...
No.
In full out. Maybe it's just his presence, but he is impressive. But...
He definitely knows how to carry himself, that's for sure.
You don't live over 4,000 years without not knowing, you know. But there's many things I wanted. I wanted to be exceptional. Vampirism
Definitely are that.
Thank you. But the gift helped me on my way. I got brought into a culture that so few know about. That is so rich in ideology, in dogma, in values. It guides who I am as a person now. I'm part of a noble house. When I was born, I was never going to be part of that. Different people get different things out of it. Some people want it for power, some people want it for longevity. Some humans, and like Jan, wanted it for fear of passing to a mortal lifespan.
Makes sense. If your whole life is about learning things, then I assume that you probably want to live much longer so you can learn even more things.
Jan is a human, getting close to 50, so...
Makes sense. Can I ask a question?
I suppose that's what this has become, so yes.
Where's our food?
Yeah, I think they forgot about it.
I think the rabbit by the door has been just chewing on it.
Rabbit by the...
Oh,
Poppet, that's my fish.
Pop it!
I'll telekinesis it over and put it on the counter.
So if you age super duper slow, does that mean that everything like is with it? So like if you got your hair cut short, that it would take like 7 or however many times as long for it to grow longer?
It's just the lifespan, really. Also, when you get magic, that's a non-issue.
Fair. I was just wondering if it like slows everything down, you know?
No. But it teaches you a certain amount. It's a benefit, really. A lot of people see it as a curse. A lot of the people on Quentos don't know vampirism from the right sources. They know it from Samaya and how he got it and what he did, which was both great and wicked and of some good intent in the end. But it doesn't exactly get a good reputation. But it is... It's post-life. It is a new journey to go on.
They're on that new game plus. Sorry.
It's allowed me to get so much more done. And One of the beautiful things is as well, when you're in the world and the canopy is truly really thick in the heart tree region, the sun doesn't penetrate. And when the relations I have with it, it just kind of covers me. It's like an umbrella above me whenever I walk.
I think about that. That's really convenient.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Makes a lot of sense.
I hope
I
you
gotta
do
say,
well, though,
with all the
because I would very much so like to help your friend control it.
That would be very nice indeed.
It would be good if we could get him access to the cattle. I will say.
The what? You cut
The
out.
what?
The cattle.
Cattle? The
Yes.
cows?
No.
Can you
oh,
explain?
I think I understand.
think-
There are enemies of the estate who are kept for the purpose of hunger.
Feeding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I gotta say, of all the, ghost stories and horror stories that I've heard,
The of all the Tav's estate. You almost had me.
That would be a lie, though. When I'm standing right here.
every
but-
single vampire I've met has been absolutely wonderful to deal with.
You're also all very pretty.
Yeah.
If you get this amount of life and you don't figure out a good skincare routine, that's on you. Also,
True.
magic helps a lot.
People keep saying that. I don't think magic is my thing.
You
From
could always
the
get a
reports I've
friend who
read,
knows
I
magic
agree.
that can help.
Yeah.
Did you try to magic?
Well, the only magic that I have that works is the stuff that's like,
The water stuffy.
yeah, the water stuff. That's all I have, which is more than enough, honestly. I've been told I smell great.
You do.
You all,
Yeah.
your blood, I wouldn't drink it. But
Yeah, please don't.
it's like chugging a carton of curdled milk.
I'm sure it's worse.
I don't mind that. But I'm going to excuse myself. I've taken up enough of your time.
Of course.
Of course.
It was nice to meet you.
Absolute pleasure
Good night,
to meet
Jessa.
you.
Good to see you once again, Jessa.
She puts her arms into the sleeves. And
Your
pulls
journey
the
goes
coat
well.
up. And out.
So,
It's nice.
she is. Jessa is a lovely
That was an-
person.
Interesting conversation.
I wonder if she'll actually teach me runes.
I think so.
I would say there's a good chance of it.
It would be
Just
very
that,
helpful.
unfortunately, she spends most of her time, as she said, in the wold, not at the estate, but when she's there, she will teach you.
Emmeline, would
Yeah.
you say that she is one of the more powerful?
Yes.
I think they're all more powerful than us.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
But
there
in
was
terms
something
of
that Carol
the estate?
mentioned about the turning of vampires, which means that Zenrol, if turned by Jessa, means that if they do come forward and make that choice, then they'll potentially end up being powerful individuals.
Are you okay with what happened? You don't seem upset, is why I don't. So I assume you're just hiding how you feel about it, so I was trying to figure it out.
Let's see. My home was burnt. Well, not my home. My home away from home was
Mhm.
nearly burnt to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends no longer owns the establishment she has spent her entire life trying to
Yeah.
grow and establish.
Mm-hmm.
And my other best friend that I've known from a very, very, very young age is now suddenly a ravenous monster.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not okay with it.
Is that why you keep acting out then?
I don't
Because it feels
understand
like
what
it's
you
out of
mean.
your hands and unjust.
I don't understand what you mean. This is just the way that I am.
Precisely. It is acting out beforehand, as well.
So you just don't think about the consequences of things that happen when you do them? You just do them?
I don't understand how... Well, rather...
I'm trying to understand how you work because I'm really confused.
I don't understand why everything has to have a consequence.
Because you have to have power to not have consequences.
Everything has a consequence. Everything has a follow-on effect. Good or bad or just neutral. There are consequences to absolutely everything that we do. It's part of life.
We're all just
Am I
ripples in a
wrong?
pond. No, you're right.
Exactly. Change in the tide can shift whole ecosystems.
Do you think that the things that you do don't matter? Is that...
I don't believe that that's the case. There are many things that I have done.
So you think the things you do matter, but you don't think that they affect others?
And that they shouldn't have consequences.
Those things kind of contradict one another. Because either whatever you do is so insignificant that it doesn't matter and could never possibly affect anybody, or whatever you're doing does matter, and that therefore it does have an effect on those around you and who are connected to you.
Well, I believe that my actions do have consequences. However, some of those consequences are worth living with.
So you're okay with what happened then, was what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
You haven't changed how...
I'm not necessarily saying that all of my decisions and all of my consequences are worth forgiving and letting go.
No, I'm not saying forgiving. I mean, with you're not trying... It's not someone else who's wronged you in this situation.
It's not someone else who's wronged me in this situation.
No, because you acted out. You got punished for it, and then you continue to act out. That's why I was trying to figure out why you're continuing to act out. So either you don't care about what was actually done, or you don't think that it matters, right? Because you haven't changed anything about that.
Well, how is it my fault?
Because you're the one who's acting out. Because we were told and warned beforehand going in that we shouldn't do those kinds of things, and then you did them anyways. And then there was a punishment that happened, and then you're still doing them.
And you think that the punishment is just?
I never said if I did or not. Because it doesn't matter if it's just, because the people who dole it out have the power in the situation. You cannot fault the rain for making you sick when you stay out in it all the time.
That's really wise. Holy shit. Huh.
Why are you surprised?
Because we've been in a situation where I haven't been very wise most of the time because I haven't known anything about the world that I've been living in with you guys mostly.
Oh yes, but you know people very well.
No, I just know myself.
Surprise.
Thanks.
I like it.
So I'm not trying to judge you or be mean or call you out. I'm just genuinely trying to understand. I don't get your perspective at all.
Do you see people as like just other people, or do you see them as individuals? I'm curious. A genuine question as well. Aurelian, sorry.
You're asking me if I see people as people?
Well, if you see them as
yes,
things
as
matter.
in, yeah, or do you see them as individuals, or do you see them? Yeah.
Like, that's Jerry. He does this ABC 1, 2, 3 versus like, oh yeah, look at all those people in that crowd over there. I think.
Yeah. Are people just an audience to you, or are they individuals? Is what I'm asking.
I suppose in the story there are notable individuals who have development, who have plot, who have ideas.
So
and
people
dreams.
aren't people, they're characters.
They're characters for a story.
Some of them are characters in a story, and others end up as footnotes.
And that is the way that you view people.
Is that how you view yourself? It's very sad.
Or do you view yourself as the author? Who deciding who gets to be a character or not?
I'm simply a narrator.
So you aren't a character, but you act.
You see yourself as above a character.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. There's someone else writing my story.
No, you're writing your own story.
Yes.
No one else can write your story for you.
Of course they can.
That would be an autobiography.
They have their own perspective of me.
Then that's everybody writing every story about everyone ever. That's just being people.
So does that answer your question or not?
No.
It does to some extent.
Yeah.
So
Answers
because
my
it's
question. It doesn't
because
answer
it's a
Ria's.
story, it's okay.
If life isn't just story, then what is it?
It's the thing that you get to do. It's the thing that you get to experience and enjoy at every moment, regardless of how people think about it after the fact. You live your life for yourself, for your enjoyments, for the people that you care about, and the moments that you get to be in. Who cares if somebody decides that they want to tell somebody about it long after you're gone? Because you enjoyed it in the moment. And trying to live in a way that lets you get to have as many of those moments as possible is why I'm here.
History doesn't write about those moments, my dear.
Who cares about history?
Hello.
I do.
Shush.
Do your homework, Leo.
I'm
I
in the
mean, in
corner.
the day-to-day, when you make every action that you do, is every action dictated by how somebody will potentially read about it one day? Because if so, then all it seems like you are is an ignorant dick who wants to keep acting out regardless of how it negatively impacts the people you care about.
But if what I end up ultimately doing changes the course of history itself,
So your day-to-day actions don't matter with how they interact with people because one day you could do something great that overshadows it.
perhaps.
That's such a shitty way to live. I don't want to be your friend. I mean that genuinely. If you don't give a shit how you treat me because no one will ever know, fuck that. Shit. Oh no. No one tell Paparelli.
I remember that one.
Really what?
No, stop it.
And she let out that word. And keep a diary of it.
Okay, don't tell Granny either.
Give a
Please.
swear tracker.
Yeah. Keep a little
Put
square
it
jar.
in the jar.
The necklace that gets her home actually records everything she ever says and makes a tally of every word she says.
It is an egotistical way to live.
Yes,
It
that's
is not
why
an
you're happy to
egotistical
brag
way to
about
live.
accomplishments.
It is
It
the way
is.
that stories are told.
But you're not a story.
You're not a
person.
story, Aurelian.
We are all
You are a
stories. I'm sorry, what?
I said you are currently a footnote, if you were to view it in that light.
Well,
Not the
currently,
narrator.
yes.
Would you feel better if you were a book? I can ask Paparelli if you'd rather be a book than unmade. Then you'll get to be a story.
Liba say what?
Or a scroll, perhaps?
I don't The way that I view this world, the way that I view every individual is that all of them are but a canvas.
I'm not here for you to paint on or write about.
Everyone has their core beliefs. That is your strokes. All of you have your passions, your emotions. Those are the colors. Everyone goes through trauma. Those are the scrapes and bruises on the canvas itself.
But you just said that they don't matter. Because you could do something great that overshadows all of those things. And no one will ever write about them.
When you see the painting or the portrait of an individual, do you notice the background?
Yes?
The little
Yeah,
creases in the
beautiful.
clothing? Or do you
Yes.
notice
It
first
shows
and
that the
foremost?
artist has the.
Or do you notice first and foremost whether or not the individual in the portrait is smiling or not?
I mean, I think all of the things go together. Like, if someone is smiling, but they're in, a battlefield, it's going to change the context of why they're smiling. Versus
Precisely.
if someone is just smiling and it's just a black background. So it's not one or the other. It's all of the pieces putting together to tell what's going on.
And thus we are all stories.
I'm gonna eat my food and go to bed because you're so hard to talk to all of the time, and every time I simply try, it just feels like at the end of, and I don't know how to deal with that. And I'm trying really hard to understand and find some sort of middle ground, and I feel like you just don't give a care.
Every conversation ends with you pontificating
on a pedestal about something, which to outsiders who are not inside that interesting mind of yours, it comes off very wrong and very pompous.
I get the feeling that even if it isn't a competition, you feel like you win every conversation.
Yeah.
I certainly don't believe that.
It definitely doesn't feel like teamwork.
It doesn't matter what you believe, it is more so matters how everyone around you believes it.
So what? You want me to fundamentally change my viewpoints in order to appeal to the rest of the group?
Yes.
No, I want you to be able to be flexible with your viewpoints. I want you to be able to bend like a sapling, not be a stoic oak tree.
A tree that cannot bend
I'm not
with
asking
the wind
you
will
to
eventually
change.
break.
I never said that
I'm
any
not
of your
asking you to
viewpoints.
shift
I never said
everything.
that any of your viewpoints were wrong.
No, but
No.
you've made your viewpoint so incompatible.
You're saying that your viewpoint is better.
I've never said that.
No,
You turned
You
it
don't
that
need
way.
to.
I need you to understand that I respect your viewpoints and the way that you see your futures. If you wish to go on a day-to-day and respect one another and enjoy your time with one another, then I will respect that.
The way I see my future doesn't negatively impact you, but yours negatively impacts me. That's the problem.
And why is that?
Because you go act out and you end up continuing
I feel
fights
like
like you did in the lobby.
I feel like we've been through this already. And that we are
And
getting
us.
nowhere with this conversation.
I don't understand why we can't just be mutually
Because you
respectful of one
keep
another.
causing problems.
Because you do not necessarily keep it contained to yourself, is I think the core problem here.
Because if you act and cause the wrong impression on someone who is very powerful, they see us as a group and will wipe us clean.
That too.
Yeah? You acting out is dangerous for all of us because we are a team, or because we
Did-
present as a team.
Did you not
You
have to
just-
work as a team in the Coliseum? Or...
And Allie, you're still not going to stand up for yourself.
What
I
the
don't
fuck are
need
you
to stand up
talking
for
about?
What
myself
is your
with them.
problem with
I
Ali?
can also fight my own
Arian.
battles.
You're
Then
so-
fight your own battles.
She is.
I was.
She's just not
Were
fighting them in
you?
the way that you want. She's fighting the battles that she sees meaning in. If she has a long-term friend who she's never been able to agree with over years and years and years of meeting, what the fuck does it matter if she decides to go, no, I'm better than this, I'm done.
The difference, Aurelian, is the fact that you see every battle as a hill to die on,
That's a good way of wording that.
not picking and choosing. Not being judicious in your approach around when to fight, when to yield, when to move on, when to plan for later. Everything is now. Acted on now.
I didn't fight that battle then because we were guests. Through our kindness with Carlins, we were guests here. And if I did what I wanted to do to Frinalier then, I would have been either killed or kicked out, and it would have impacted us all negatively. Okay? We are here on the job, we are here to be professional. That doesn't mean I get into petty squabbles with old friends.
Well, I'm
If
done
you-
with this
Restraint.
conversation.
If you do something that causes one of the other group members to die or be grievously hurt, I'm not coming back for you. Because obviously you don't care enough to try to help ensure everybody's safety, so I will not do that for you. When you prove that to me that that's not the case, I will take it back.
And Aurelian, don't you dare write about me. Not after this conversation. You don't deserve it.
You don't get to choose.
It's about this time you all hear a gentle snoring off in the corner where you're doing homework. As he has passed, like, face down,
Yep.
drooling
I
on a
think-
couple of manuscripts.
I'm gonna help
I
him to
think-
bed.
Yes, I think that is a good
I'll help
to
you.
leave this on. Good night, all. I hope you rest well.
Oh my god, you
Night,
can just
everyone.
pick him up like that?
As you go
Yeah,
over
yeah,
to
yeah.
Leo, I'd say Emmeline and Rhea would clock it. You see very faintly a little glow bug just off Leah's body.
Yep.
Do I?
She's a druid.
Druids
we watched the whole time.
You would be aware of druids if you're like, oh,
Yeah.
someone was listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad thing for the rest of us.
Right.
It's not about it.
Good
Jess
night.
has very doesn't give a fuck attitude. She's just scared of
Yeah.
but she's curious.
I'll help tuck Leo in.
As you
Nice
all
and
go
neatly.
your separate ways, go into your own rooms. There's a little note beside, and you're not sure how it got here. You're not sure when it got here. You're not sure who put it here. But each of you find on your bedside table a little placard next to a little steaming cup of tea. Emmeline, you're first.
This is where we
I'll let
wake.
you pick it up first. As you flip this little card, and it's very beautifully penned, and it says, "Thank you so much for returning my husband to me. This is something of a specialty of mine. It's a dream tea. Should you focus hard when you sleep tonight, if you drink it, you're wont to most likely, have some form of premonition about the future issue you're worrying about." Lillian
Okay.
Marlowe.
First thing Emmeline does, she's gonna pull out her poisonous kit and just test it to see if there's if it's poisoned at all, if there's any traces, anything she can detect.
Check. Int or Dex, no, I say Int actually. Int and proficiency.
Bit of proficiency. That's an 18.
Yeah, it seems perfectly fine. It's nothing that's pinging off you that it would be dangerous. Nothing
Okay.
that's reacting. So,
Take a
I'll ask
sip.
you, as you drink it and bed down for the night, what would you like to focus on to try and have a premonition on?
Continuing with the tapas.
Okay. As you go down for the night to sleep, can you roll me a D100?
Sure can, Desmond. Oh fuck. That is a. Oh, sorry, I just didn't roll the other dice. Doesn't look good there. That's a 5.
5.
Ooh.
As dreams come to you, you sit and stir, you twist and toil. Sleep doesn't come easy, nor does it come quickly. But dreams eventually follow, and they feel a little different than usual. You get glimpses. As you think on time spent with the Tavises, you see your mind a little bit of turmoil. You see yourself holding Salia's hand. You see as you can't see your reflection any longer, but the glow of yellow eyes is present. There's a kiss on your cheek from Salia, not all too similar to the first kiss you had from her. The gift is easily given, and it seems there's potential to control it, if you would continue this way. That's your dream. Next up, I'll say Leo. As you kind of get groggily put into your room, you see a nice cup of tea with a little message on a placard beside
wonderful. Oh. Put the thing down. Shrug. Drink the tea. Leo's mind will fall back to their first meeting of Prince Calacidius Thalcosier and a small offhanded comment that has been plaguing the back of Leo's mind. Oh great, another world-ending tragedy. And that familiar concern that is burning a fire in his intellectual heart is Leo will wonder, will he ever figure it out? The escape plan.
You roll me a D100.
Oh yeah, sure. 83. 83.
For whatever reason, you don't seem to take well to this tea this night. It seems to stir you in your sleep. And now that someone's rolled on this side of it, I'll explain the mechanics behind this. On a 1 to 80, it will give you premonitions into what you're worrying about. On an 81 to 100, it gives you a foresight into a possible death of yours. As you sit there, your dreams coming through, you twist and coil, and it's a fire not unlike one you've seen before. It's bigger, it's larger, it's all-consuming. As you look around yourself, standing in what you can only assume was the woad is nothing but ash. And not long after, you are nothing but ash. It is not a good night's sleep. You do not get a long rest.
Awesome.
Let's go, Ali. I'm literally just going across the board, top to left to right.
Focusing on facing my father.
Okay. So you read the placard, you drink the tea. Can you roll me a D100?
Yep. 70 on the dot.
Okay. As your dreams come true, it's a glimpse into a familiar glade. You feel like you've had this dream before. A plinth, an altar. Something you see your father just past as you feel like you're standing across from him. Not equals. And there's part of you that never thinks it'll be equals. His level is insurmountable. You are studying him, but he's never studying like you have. The battle itself, you feel like a fight is brewing. There's a tension in that air, that electricity that crackles across your skin just before the muscles twitch and you break out into fight. And there's a difficult look to explain on your father's eyes. It's not that he doesn't recognize you. It's not that he's blinded. But it's almost like he's trapped. Like a caged animal lashing out. You see yourself coming to blows with a man who you've idolized so much. Next up, Rhea.
Like worries specifically, right?
Something you are concerned about in the future, or something that is present on your mind. It does not so much have to be a world-ending worry.
Yeah. I think the overwhelming threat and concern of the Ember Rifts is like always there for her. And so that's definitely still present, but she's also thinking quite heavily about, like, I just learned that my granny and grandpa are literal gods, and how do you stand up to that? How do you live in such a way that will be okay, and you'll be able to do what you want to for the people that you consider to, like, be your parental figures? Like, how does that look? Like, just kind of like the overwhelming, like, does this change things? Does it not change things? What do I do? Type of those kinds of things. 72.
72. It starts off in a beautiful, extraordinary normality. Nothing great nor garnished of divinity. Simple dinner. You're sitting around a table with Granny and Papa Rally, and it's not changed, but there's different faces there this time. There's more people around you. There's faces you've never seen before, and there's tears in Granny's eyes, but not sad tears. There's perhaps 4 star elven individuals sitting beside you. It's perhaps something akin to a family reunion. Last but not least, Aurelian, as you see the placard. What would you like to do? First of all, are you drinking? And if so, what are you thinking about?
I think so. Aurelian is going to... In Aurelian's room, you see that he is surrounded by different kinds of manuscript paper. There's various different projects that he's working on. And as he picks up the tea and reads the note, his eyes drift off to a pile on the bed. And simply on top of that pile is a title page, just labeled Alethea. Who will perhaps be the first of many stories. Unfortunately, the first. And hoping that it doesn't have to be.
Roll me a D100.
D100, you said? I haven't rolled a D100 in such a long time.
Good fun, isn't it?
99.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
The vision flashes
So
forward.
good.
The dreams do not sit easy tonight. It's a similar room, not the Triroad rest. It's surrounded by papers, manuscripts, all started but none finished. And there's drip, drip, drop as you feel yourself hoisted by these vines of fungus protruding through your body, your arms severed from their sockets, laying lazily on the ground. It's not an easy or a quick death. It's not a kind or a calm death. Cattle. For those who've truly wronged the Tavises, a potential end as you are raised and hoisted to be one of the many feeding vessels, kept alive by an ancient tradition by a druid long gone. You've no need for your arms. You've no need for your eyes or your tongues. But your conscience is there, maddening and twisting until eventually it breaks. Until eventually the cattle is proved all it's worth. And that's where we're going to end today's session, as everyone has a dream of sorts, some good, some bad. For an 80% chance of a good dream, you would have thought at least 4 people would have gotten a good one.
Nah.
See, I was
Tragedy Bard.
Tragedy Bard.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
I was expecting so much worse from a low roll, but you know what? I'm glad it was the other way around.
Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the support today. Thank you for the gifted subs for Juke. Thank you for the gifted subs, Calmus. If you're watching still, if you're in bed, I understand that too. If you
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid. Consider dropping a follow. If you didn't get a gift sub, consider subbing to the channel yourself. It's pretty cool. If you did get a gift sub, reach out to me on the Discord, because you get access to our world envelope if you want it. I am Des on Discord. I'm Des on most places, or the Eldritch Scribe if you have to find me by that. And I'll get you out to the world envelope if you want. Other than that, this will be rebroadcasted Monday, and we'll post the rest of our stream times down the line.
Hey, Monday,
See you next time. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.